Coming up next, CW Sports Saturday rolls on. As a full day of action continues. To the inside for the lead. First, hit the gas at Talladega. As the Nascar Xfinity Series top drivers square off in a postseason showdown. Followed by a primetime battle when Colorado State travels to Oregon State. A full day of CW Sports action continues live. Coming up next here on the CW.
Hi, my name is Chris. I'm a proud patient of Oswego Health, and this is my story. During COVID,
what's up, cunt sluts, buttercups, and bitch sluts? How's it going? How the hell is everybody doing today?
There was friction everywhere I went. It didn't feel like anyone really cared or wanted me to be their patient, so I wound up asking a friend of mine.
Today we got the Xfinity race from Talladega. I didn't even know there was an Xfinity race this weekend until somebody told me, like on Tuesday. And I thought the truck race was today. So yeah.
Being rushed and not really listening to them, where if you can really form a strong relationship with them, then I feel like you get more done in the time that you do have with them.
On my initial visit, I had a list of items to talk about. He spent 45 minutes with me, going through everything. We really connected, and it feels like a good relationship.
Damn.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 81 presents Fright Nights. This award-winning Halloween haunt is back, featuring 5 haunted attractions all in one location. Falling into the gates of hell, you'll find yourself in the Devil's Dungeon. If you make it through the twists and turns of the dam, consider yourself lucky. Fright Nights. 1 LePage Place, Syracuse. Weekends, September 27th through October 27th. Get tickets at thefrightnights.com.
It's only a 94-lap race, so I guess this is the same length of how the truck race used to be.
It's race number 2 of the Nascar Xfinity Series playoffs, and it comes at the track every team dreads.
I'm not sure how I feel about streaming tonight for MLB playoffs, because I work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. That's my thought process.
Countdown live. Nobody hosts a party or a race quite like Talladega. It is truly one of a kind. Jeff Burton, as a driver, what makes this place so special and so intimidating all at the same time?
Well, part of it is that party, right? You know the fans are here, the place is packed, you want to win in front of the biggest crowds, and you also know that this race is hard to win because you have to do everything right to make it happen. But DJ, you can be doing everything right, and the car next to you lands on your roof all of a sudden, so that makes you very nervous.
I'd say so, yeah, definitely. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Talladega. Along with Jeff Burton and the Hall of Famer Dale Jarrett, I'm Marty Snyder. So, DJ, to Jeff's point, because of the unknowns at Talladega, are the drivers concerned about what could happen here more than any other playoff race?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's 3-wide racing all day long. The wrecks that we see, sometimes they're happening mid-pack, sometimes they're towards the back, even up at the front. So there's no place that you can really hide. And the one thing that drivers just don't like about the racing part of it is you can be doing everything that you need to do properly, and all of a sudden you're on the record and your day is over.
So, Jeff, we always talk about playoff pressure, but the playoff tempers showed up last week in race number 1 at Kansas. There was plenty of it to go around.
Yeah, there really was. You know, it's time to go. It's time to win a championship, and we saw the intensity pick up. We saw drivers trying to give more, get more out of that race car, and in doing that, they were putting other drivers in bad situations. And so, after the race, several conversations. During the race, a lot of interesting radios, and it got really, really hot right off the start.
Yeah, that said, DJ, here's how the playoff grid shapes up after just one playoff race. Did you honestly have the number 1 seed, Justin Allgaier, falling below the cut line after one race?
No way possible. That wasn't going to happen again. What we saw at Bristol, that just happened, and thinking that he was going to fall out that quickly, it's going to make it very stressful for that driver and team who have performed at a high level. Now, 2 of the most difficult tracks that they'll run in this schedule.
Right now, Justin Allgaier is with Dave Burns.
Alright, it's been quite the month of September for Justin Allgaier, not in a good way. 2 DNFs, average finish of 28th. Is there something that can be fixed, or you guys just need to catch a different wave?
I think we need to catch a different wave. This is a great spot to kind of reset. I know that sounds really weird coming to Talladega where you never really know what to expect, but our Speedway program has been solid in junior motorsports for a number of years, and our trademark nitrogen brand professional Coach Camaro was good in qualifying. I know that doesn't equate to the race, but you know, we've not really been as comfortable as I'd like to be at these super speedways, and we've gone to work, and Jim Coleman and the guys have done a great job of kind of hitting the things that I was looking for just from a driver comfort standpoint and how it feels, and those are things that I think will equate to what we're out there in the draft. So, you know, the goal is today.
So yeah, it's a 250-mile race today, so it's only half of the Cup race that we have tomorrow. It's a pretty short race for Xfinity. I guess maybe not, but I feel like the Xfinity races here used to be like 110, 120 laps, something like that. So it's shorter. But the stages today are 25 laps for the first stage, 25 laps for the second stage, and then the final 44 laps will be the final stage. Fuel run is 37 to 40 laps. So in the first two stages, you will not have to pit under green. In the final stage, that actually could be close if it stays green, because 44 laps is the final stage, but you'd actually go back green with like probably 41 to go, something like that. So that could be close if that final stage went green, but I doubt it would.
Make sure we finish the race, get our feet back underneath them. They don't have time for that. They got to go perform, and that makes this a different situation. And again, talks to the pressure of the playoffs.
So we mentioned nobody throws a party like Talladega. Any truth to the rumor you guys have spent some time on Talladega Boulevard, Jeff and DJ?
I played the fifth. No. We've all had to experience that.
I did. I just don't remember it.
You don't like Michael Jackson's Thriller song? Well, that's one of the best songs ever written, so fuck you.
Alabama.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Is your car's plastic trim faded and milky? Don't worry. Cerakote's ceramic trim coat restores oxidized trim effortlessly. Just wipe it off. It's guaranteed for 200 washes.
I bet Michael Jackson doesn't like you. Unless you're a kid. Unless you're a little boy, and then he might. Michael Jackson was fucked up like that.
Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself.
He loved little boys. He was a weirdo.
Ceramic products for under $20 at these
Don't tell me what to say, Malachi.
Consumer Cellular is lowering
You cannot
the price
speak.
for those 50
You cannot speak for me.
Get 2 unlimited
I'm not your
lines
puppet.
for $30 each. That's just $60 a month. So switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage satisfaction. Visit consumercellular.com today.
Tuesday, NXT on the CW is making all the noise as the Viper Randy Orton is in action. NXT live this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
CW6 is your official home of the New York Lottery. Watch Saturday night for your Lotto, Win 4, and Take 5 results on the CW6 News at 10.
At Syracuse Community Health, caring drives everything we do. Caring for you and your family starts with preventative screenings to identify problems before they get worse, leading to more treatment options and improved outcomes. We provide everything from cancer screenings to diagnostic x-rays right on site. No matter what stage of life you're in, our diverse team of experts are here for you with affordable, equitable, high-quality health care all in one place. Syracuse Community Health. Healthy happens here.
Hi, I'm Scott McGilvery. I know what bath remodels should cost because I've done hundreds of them. I use Bathfitter in my investment properties because I know it'll be worth every penny and then some. After 40 years and over 2 million baths, they're accountable for everything from design to manufacturing to installation, all backed by a lifetime warranty. If you want a bath remodel you can trust with your money, it just fits. Bathfitter. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Every journey through cancer is as unique as the individual walking it, but you're never alone.
At Upstate Cancer Center at Auburn Community Hospital, your journey becomes our main focus. With access to a team of world-class specialists and the latest technology, we tailor the most comprehensive treatment plan just for you.
You are our neighbors. Your fight is our fight. Together, we'll navigate this journey with Christmas.
Upstate Cancer Center at Auburn Community Hospital. Once you choose hope, anything is possible.
Welcome back to Talladega, with the Nascar Xfinity Series is set for a 190-mile-an-hour chess match filled with danger, intensity, and chaos, which is ramped up even more for the playoff drivers. You know, DJ, I think fans at home would think Austin Hill, who already has 3 super speedway wins or drafting wins this year, would be the automatic favorite. But is he?
He's not. I have Jesse Love winning today.
But this isn't a track where he's had a lot of success. Runs up front, but can't get to the end of the race without something happening. I think a lot of that's because of the racing, trying to make too much happen.
Kind of hungry.
So how do you avoid the chaos then if you're a driver today, DJ? You know, you just have to go do what you know how to do best and hope that it comes out on the other side. Time for today's pre-race ceremonies from Talladega before the playoff race here this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as you are able, remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as Rehoboth High School Navy Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Talladega Superspeedway Emergency Services Communications Supervisor, Reverend Jeff Sauls.
Let's pray. Father in heaven, Jehovah God, we just thank you for the beautiful day you provided to us. Father, we ask today, as you provided safety for everyone to come today, that you'll do that again during this race. Protect the race driver, their teams, Father, the track services workers as they respond to calls on this track. Lord, we just thank you for that. We praise you for who you are, Lord. We want to lift up, Lord, the people that have been affected by the hurricane. May you restore their property soon. May you provide relief for them quickly. Lord, we love you. We thank you through your Son, Jesus Christ, as we all come together to say amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Talladega Superspeedway's very own Tanner Johnston.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Green flag for the Xfinity Series is just around the corner. Time for race number 2 of the postseason. We'll get the engines fired here at Talladega Superspeedway next.
On paper, it's easy. Win and advance. But the truth hits harder than the road they drive on. Drivers remain, hoping to match dreams with destiny and claim a cup filled with history. The NASCAR playoffs continue at Talladega on NBC.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 81 presents Fright Nights. This award-winning Halloween haunt is back, featuring 5 haunted attractions all in one location. Board Lady Lamson's 3D Curse Voyage and dodge the deadly pirate skeletons. There's no treasure, only terror. Fright Nights. 1 LePage Place, Syracuse. Weekends, September 27th through October 27th.
Get tickets at thefrightnights.com.
Hi, my name is Mary, and I'm a proud patient of Oswego Health, and this is my story. So a few years ago, I noticed that my knee was starting to give me trouble. I was receiving cortisone shots, and they weren't lasting as long.
There did come a time where Mary presented and she just could not continue with her quality of life the way it was. She went on and had an uncomplicated total knee arthroplasty. She has returned back to camping this summer, and even her family members are exceedingly excited by the fact that they have Mary back.
I develop a relationship with all of my patients, but I really appreciated Mary. She's just so positive. She's a happy person, and she did excellent.
I recommend Oswego Health and the Oswego Hospital and Dr. Diaz to anybody that has issues ortho, because they're phenomenal.
If you bulls.
Next, it's prime time on CW Football Saturday when Colorado State heads to Corvallis to take on Oregon State, where the Beavers' explosive ground attack takes center stage. Unstoppable! CW Football Saturday, Colorado State at Oregon State, coming up next on the CW.
Talladega obviously is a question mark.
Rack it, zip back down.
I don't even know how to describe Talladega.
Big wreck, I'm on fire.
Other than put everybody in a blender and hope you come out the other side.
Wrecking up front.
Talladega.
Oh, trouble now! Got destroyed right there. Just stay tight right there, we're gonna be okay.
It's Talladega. Anything can happen.
Fair to say chaos is Talladega's middle name, but Kim Kuhn, AJ Allmendinger knows the feeling of victory lane here.
That's right, Marty. He won this race 2 years ago, and he needs a big day today. Currently 13 points below the elimination line in the playoffs. Lots of people look to AJ to be a favorite next weekend at the Roval, but crew chief Alex Yance told me they should consider him a favorite this weekend, too. Now, AJ will tell you he hates this type of racing, but Alex said he has so much confidence when it comes to making big moves at super speedways. Oh, and by the way, colleague so strong when it comes to Talladega. They've won 4 of the last 8 races here with 3 different drivers. Dave Burns.
Kim Parker Kligerman is behind the below the cut line as well, and he calls full-time racing quits after this season, so he's hyper motivated to win in the Xfinity Series Championship. He's won twice here at Talladega Speedway in the trucks, and just think about this place. It sort of mimics what he did at Daytona and what he did in Atlanta, a drafting racetrack. And those tracks, he finished 3rd and 2nd. Marty, I think it's time for Parker's first.
Could be today, Dave. We always talk about, DJ, the need to work with teammates to draft through the field like Dave mentioned. So what does that look like for Parker Kligerman? He doesn't have any teammates.
No, he doesn't, but I think he has friends out there. Plus, they've recognized how good he is at Talladega, Daytona. He had a great run there, almost won. I think he'll get plenty of help if he shows them he has that fast race car again today.
Put me in the driver's mindset. If you left Kansas mad at another driver, would you purposefully not work with that driver today?
You know, I might make a move early on, not letting him in somewhere, something like that. But if it could be beneficial to you, you're crazy not to take that hit.
Joe Gibbs Racing has a little secret weapon today. Eric Almirola. He's won the Cup playoff race here. And that's what Joe Gibbs Racing for the rest of the playoffs is today the biggest advantage they'll get from Almirola and being on their team.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Chandler Smith doing a great job, but he could learn from being around Eric Almirola and Sheldon Creed. Only needs to go up one more spot from what his best finish is here.
All the games that will be played today, Junior Motorsports has 2 teams below the cut line right now, and they needed all the help they can get. Let's get the engines cranked here at Talladega.
Talladega, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Please welcome Senior Superintendent of Robbins and Morton, Noah Johnston.
Hey, I have a friend named Noah Johnston. It's pissing me off. I cannot find my LED remote, and I just accidentally unplugged my cable box. Ugh. There we go, I found it. That was fucking annoying. Alright, now I gotta wait for my cable box to come back on. Ow. Red towels. What about them? Come on.
Is just one race into the postseason, and already 8 of the 12 playoff drivers have found some kind of trouble in just one race. And they haven't even raced here yet. Talladega is the fastest, scariest, and most unpredictable race of the postseason. But that's not enough. Next week is the Roval in Charlotte, which many think is just as big.
I wish we wouldn't call it the postseason, because that's literally not what it is.
Because there are no easy races in the NASCAR playoffs, Dave Burns.
Marty, standing here, I have a good look at what happens over there.
I've always hated that. Sometimes some broadcasters will call it the postseason. It's like that makes sense in other sports because it's actually after the season. But like this is still during the season. Like
helpful to your teammate pushing him through. Well, guess what? You couldn't see this all happening. You get in the wreck too. The big one happens often. It even happens early when they race at Talladega. And Kim, it's definitely going to happen today.
Well, Dave, every driver wants to end up in victory lane, but crossing the finish line first is a little different at Talladega. From above, Talladega looks almost identical to Daytona. But take a look at this graphic. We're going to throw up a pylon that says Daytona. The key difference, where the start-finish line is. If we place Daytona here, that would be where the start-finish line is. But here at Talladega, we are going to go all the way, almost into turn one. Those extra 1,250 feet of racetrack help build the drama, create the biggest upsets, and put an absolute show on for the fans. Guys, we've seen some of the closest finishes and wildest crashes across the start-finish line here at Talladega.
Always great to come to this racetrack. It's the biggest NASCAR oval at 2.66 miles, and the high speed proximity their competitors makes this second race of the playoffs maybe the most stressful of all year. It's NASCAR Xfinity Series Playoffs. Talladega Superspeedway, United Rentals 250. And welcome once again alongside our crew chief, Steve Letarte, the mayor, Jeff Burton, Rick Allen with you. Steve, let's start off with the race is shorter at only 250 miles, and you're putting all the cars in close proximity. Doesn't that equal chaos?
Chaos for sure. What you're going to see out here on these high banks is chaotic, but by no means is it random. Every driver out there has the guts to go out there and do what you're going to see, but some have more skill. Some lean into this style of racing. It is not random on who's good. Every driver can win, but some drivers' opportunity to win is much higher, and that's because of the skill behind the wheel.
I mentioned the word stressful, Jeff. Now we have the second race of the playoffs with only the Roval in front of us. That has to add to the stress as well coming here.
Well, it really does, especially if you're the guys at the front of the pack, right? Some guys feel like they're in pretty good shape. Cole Custer, Chandler Smith, they want to come out here and not hit anything. They want a good, solid day. The other side of that, Sammy Smith way down at the bottom. This is a good opportunity to be able to look.
Malachi, I'm not engaging with you anymore.
Kligerman and A.J. Allmendinger, they're both very good at this kind of racing. They could leave here in much better shape than they came in.
Qualifying happened this morning. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Again, for this United Rentals 250 from Talladega, it is an RCR front row with Jesse Love, who won the race here earlier this year, alongside Austin Hill, who has dominated on the Superspeedway.
Eric Almirola was qualified in row 5, and that's where he's rolling around the racetrack. Because of an infraction with NASCAR, they'll have to drop to the rear, and they'll also have to do a passing friendly pit under green. We'll see if he can recover.
For this back of the playoff drivers, as far as starting position, Sammy Smith all the way back in row 14. And Sammy Smith definitely needs something big to happen here, as he right now is sitting 12th of the 12 drivers. He needs to get up to 8th. Marty.
Rick, it'll be interesting to watch Riley Herbst today, who has quietly become one of the better drafting track drivers. In fact, here at Talladega, Herbst has 3 finishes of 11th or better in his last 4 Talladega starts, including second here in the spring. When he and I talked this morning, he told me he's been working really hard on his super speedway craft, and he could use a good finish today, Cam. Herbst is just 1 point above the cut line.
Well, you heard Rick talk about Sammy Smith. He qualified the slowest of the playoff drivers all the way back in the 27th position. Every other playoff driver starts 14th or better. But crew chief Philip Bell told me there's no concern. This was by design. He said the car is set up for security in the race, not trimmed out for speed and qualifying. This was the key because comfort in the pack is so dependent on the balance of the car, and Sammy needs that comfort in order to have confidence to make big moves in the draft, Dave.
Kim Shane Van Gisbergen starts 8th, and we all know that he is great on the road courses like the one coming up next week at the Roval. But I asked him, are you comfortable on the drafting tracks yet? He said, no. And then he paused, and then he smiled, and he said, that's going to take a lot more laps, but I'll be better this time than I was last time. The 97 driver is not afraid to make moves. He's just afraid that he won't make the ones he knows how, and he hasn't learned all that he needs to get on this very technical drafting track.
Yeah, Dave, he always says that when he goes back to a racetrack, he feels a little more comfortable. So he's already been here before, and this will be the second time this year that he's been here to Talladega. All right, Jeff, let's take a look at the keys to Mobil 1 victory lane.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to win this race, but some things you have to do. We've talked about it. There's always a big wreck. You have to survive that. Track position matters. If you get that track position, you ain't got to fight to keep it. You've got to be there late in the race. If not, you can't win it. And then know when to be aggressive. You got to recognize your surroundings, recognize your situation, be willing to be aggressive, but only do it at the right time.
Teams making their way down pit road right now, and they're checking their pit road speed. Let's listen into the radio of the 98 of Riley Herbst. A little pep talk here.
All right, buddy. Ain't nobody in this field. I'd rather work speedway races here than you. So let's keep those clean all day long. Let's have some fun. Keep tearing this thing all day, and we'll be there at the end. Pretty short race. So take your toes all day long. 4. Thanks, guys.
Can you pick a favorite when you come to this racetrack? I mean, I know we've talked about Austin Hill and his successes, but his best finish here is 14th. So would he be a favorite when you come here? Or maybe Eric Almirola, who's won here before?
I look at Eric Almirola as the favorite to me just because of experience, so many races in Cup. I think what you're going to see here is going to be pretty breathtaking, but some, Jeff, have done it so much it just becomes kind of a natural reaction. You know, these aren't Some are calculated moves, but some are reactionary moves onto what the traffic's doing around you.
I like Jesse Love, the two-car to be won the race here in the spring. Teammates Ross Deal, RCR Power.
Yeah, Jesse Love's my pick to win.
I like his chances.
I think he sweeps Talladega this year.
And Austin Hill, he's been the most successful on these tracks.
I think everybody likes his chances, especially when he qualifies on the front row again. But remember what he said in his post-qualifying interview. It's going to be slick. We'll be moving around a lot more, and it could really affect us, especially when you are getting the push. Starting at the front like that, he's still going to get pushed, but if he has to start through the pack, he'll know later on whether that heat is really going to affect him. The driver summed it up by saying, we're pretty good today. I think, Marty, I think they will be.
Well, it's interesting, Dave. We always talk about these drivers that need to make something happen. Well, how about a driver that's in a pretty good spot like Chandler Smith, plus 36 above the cut line? Talking to Chandler and the team this morning, their thought process is, listen, we just want a clean Talladega, just some stage points and a nice finish. So it's not always, Rick, about the teams that need desperate moves. Sometimes at Talladega, you just want to survive the day and move on.
Survive the day. Well, how about get to victory lane? And we know that the 2 team has done that before. Let's listen into their radio.
Car, driver, team, we can do it here, boys. Let's have some fun doing it.
Absolutely. Thanks for the hard work, guys. So we talked about no mistakes, and we know what to do. Take the pressure off our shoulders here.
Is it possible? Can you get the pressure off your shoulders? The lights are off on the pace car. He'll make the left-hand turn onto pit road, put the field back in the hands of Jesse Love. He's going to start on the outside of row 1. Austin Hill will be on the inside. 2x2, 38 cars. Getting ready to take on Talladega Super Speedway. 200 miles, 94 laps, 3 stages.
And
we're about to get underway. Again,
green flag is in the air from Talladega Super Speedway, and we are racing.
Start to the race. I thought Jesse Love took the top because Austin Hill was going to let him down in front of him. And RCR would lead the bottom row, but no such case here as now the 2 have lost some momentum.
That top line fell back, but now the 21 has gone up there to pick it up. Blue light 21 of Austin Hill out in front. 81 of Chandler Smith, that green top to the car. Right behind the 21, giving a little bit of a push. Here comes the 2 of Jesse Love behind him.
So Austin Hill to the lead on lap 1. He'll lead the first lap of the race.
Drivers are bailing to get to the bottom, trying to get some energy on that bottom lane.
Looking back from Austin Hill's car, thanks to Bennett Transportation, giving us this onboard view. There's that pass-through penalty, Steve, you talked about. Eric Almirola.
Oh, yeah, Eric Almirola.
So he won't lose a lap by rolling down pit road, but now he'll be all by himself on the racetrack. He'll be 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds slower than these cars that are packed together.
AJ Allmendinger in the 16.
Will that be enough to get lapped, though, in 25 laps? Probably.
Riley Herbst in the 98 behind him.
One thing these drivers have to deal with is in the race tomorrow, in the Cup race, you can lock bumpers. You can put your front bumper to somebody's rear bumper and push the entire lap or as long as you can before you overheat. In this series, that's against the rules. You can bump them, you push the guy, but you can't lock bumpers. If you do, NASCAR will penalize you. See, that's an effort. That rule is an effort to try to prevent those wrecks from bad pushes. That's the reason that rule is implemented. But it changes the way these guys have to race.
You have always talked also about that bubble, the air bubble that's in these cars, that sometimes they don't actually get to the bumper, but push them just because of the air.
That's right. And you know, drafting is an art. Not everybody's good at it. You can see several drivers trying to make it 3 wide. Kind of hung those guys out in the middle. Yeah, you try to get right to the push that rear bumper of the car in front of you to give them a big push, but sometimes as you get closer to them, that your air pushes them away from you.
That's the case with Riley Herbst in the 98 pushing AJ Allmendinger. He got him up next to the top 2. But not enough momentum to get in front. And now the 21 of Austin Hill. How much is he going to be looking in his mirror?
Yeah, the entire time. I mean, 85% of it. Look at his eyes. So watch this ride along. Look rear view, right? Left. So that's the rear view mirror. When he advances to the left, our right, there's a mirror on the left side of the car, so he can see the cars underneath him. So right now, he knows the 16 Allmendinger is underneath him. He saw that happening. He could have tried to block it. He decided not to.
Allmendinger takes the lead, and he slides in front of the 21 of Hill. And now Allmendinger in control of this race.
We talked a lot about what it takes to make the passes. We haven't talked a lot about the defensive moves, the blocking we're going to see. And I think at this point of the race, you're not going to see a whole lot of big blocks because losing the lead, no big deal at lap 5. But you kind of get a little bit of a test of how quickly these runs come later in the race, especially the left closing laps. You're going to see, well, there's one. A defensive move by Allmendinger to move up to the upper lane.
I think a little bit of change, though, is there's only 20 laps till the end of stage 1, and points are going to be paid. So this aggressive block right there by Sam Mayer, and that one car, the blue and white car, made a big block. That was just the fear of losing track position.
Riley Herbst is also doing some blocking in the 98. And as he went up to block that second line up top.
Oh, Taylor Gray thought about it. That black car, the number 19. He was late with the block. Now he's in the middle. No man's land. Look how much slower. Now he's still wide open. This speed difference right here is putting no one in line with him. That's the difference between the drafts.
Ryan Sheik has thrown his name into the hat now in the 39. He's on the bottom, the second car on the bottom. And now two drivers coming together, probably thinking about side drafting. Sam Mayer in the 1 on the inside, and the 16 of Allmendinger leading on the outside with a push from the 98 of Herbst.
Well, we just saw the block that Sam Mayer was willing to put on Ryan Sieg, and that gave him the opportunity to take the lead of this race. That shows you how important it is.
Underway from Talladega, it's the second race of the playoffs for the Xfinity Series. It's Sam Mayer out in front here at the 2.66 mile super speedway.
Doug.
Oh, we moved. We're in a parade. Everyone, customizing save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
With so much great entertainment out there, wouldn't it be easier if you could find what you want all in one place?
My favorites.
Get Xfinity Stream Saver with Netflix, Apple TV Plus, and Peacock included for only $15 a month.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
Your yard is your sanctuary, where you should feel free.
I know.
I was talking about the ducks. They need their lawn done fast. A new Scots turf builder rapid grass. It's a revolutionary mix of seed and fertilizer that grows grass 2 times faster than does seed alone. Giving you a stronger lawn. Release the hounds. Smell that freedom, eh?
I smell it.
I'm still talking to the dogs.
Download the My Lawn app today for lawn care tips and customized plans.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
At Verizon, new and existing customers can get iPhone 16 Pro on us when you trade in any phone in any condition. Only on Verizon.
backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $50 on the MS250 gas-powered chainsaw. Real steel.
Home run Phillies. Fuck the Phillies. Mets are my second favorite team. Fuck the Phillies.
The Talladega Super Speedway. Make sure to shift into high gear with your chance to win an all-access Daytona 500 experience. You can scan the QR code or visit NASCAR.com/racking up the wins now to enter. And things getting a little crazy up front as they're 3 wide for third. But it's Jesse Love who won this race earlier in the year. He is out front. Then you have A.J. Allmendinger. Ryan Sieg was up front. He got shuffled out, but now fighting back on that outside. He's on his own, right along with Sheldon Creed and the Toyota onboard. Looking over at Carson Quapple.
Sheldon Creed's in the middle of 3 wide. I'm curious to see if this middle is going to work. Right now, it seems to not have as much energy as inside the outside lane.
Sieg looking for some help. Sieg in the 39, that white hooded car, as he is heading into the trial bowl. He's about to get some help from the 98 of Riley Herbst. We'll see if that will push him up here in contention for the lead. He's going to get by the 16 of Allmendinger, but with no help behind him, that might be as far as he goes.
He can side draft down the back straightaway. He can slow that inside line down, and here comes the help. All of these cars coming with a great deal of speed.
Riley Herbst in the 98, he got shuffled out. There's the 20, by the way, just left the bottom of your screen. Eric Almirola about to get lapped by this pack.
Yeah, he's over here slower by himself. If the pack catches him 2 wide, it shouldn't be an issue. But if they're 3 wide when they catch him, you know, that 4 wide gets very, very narrow here at Talladega. Not a lot of room. You can pull it off, just not a lot of room for error. For Almirola, as long as another car doesn't go a lap down, he'll be awarded the free pass at the end of the stage. So he, you know, his risk of trying to jump on the front of this pack would probably be lower. I think he's going to take less risk with the big block, or just allow him to draft past him and put him a lap down.
Yeah, there are several cars that are out there running by themselves. I don't know if the pack will catch them and lap them and then keep Eric Almirola from being the first car lap down. But this is crazy. This race, with the shortened distance, has created the intensity to go and have to go right now. And you're seeing drivers willing to do things that we haven't seen them willing to do early in these Xfinity races.
We know that position is a point. Well, at the end of stage 1, you can receive up to 10 points if you win the stage, and all the way down to 1 point if you finish 10th in that stage. Everyone's trying to collect points, especially those right now in the playoffs, because you've got to be above the top 4 in points if you don't want to be eliminated at the end of the race next week at the Roval.
And Jesse Love and A.J. Allmendinger are 2 of those guys, right? They're 2 guys that, you know, Love's 3 points to the good, Allmendinger's minus 13. So these points are really important. Dave.
Eric Almirola, after he gets past here and lapped, he's looking for guys to race with that aren't going to get lapped. He knows that the Gase cars, Joey Gase and Carson Ware, a ways behind here, are not slow enough to get lapped. He's going to try to link up with them after all the field goes by.
So Almirola has been lapped.
So for the 20, it's just hold your line on the bottom, on the yellow line. Even if you kind of get picked up by maybe the 1, I don't think you want to be in this pack. Don't get a wreck. You know, you're not racing any of these guys for position. Just get through this first stage, kind of reset the race. Just a reminder, if you weren't here at the
Kyle
beginning,
Weatherman's, I think he's out of the race.
That required a pass-through penalty under green. So first lap of the race, he came down pit road, rolled pit road, and that's why he's off the pace and a lap down.
And when a caution comes out, if he is the highest scored lap down car, which right now he's the only lap down car that's on the track, you get your lap back. You get a free pass. So that is what he is hoping now, is that he's in that free pass position to be back on the lead lap after a caution.
So now coming to 10 to go in this stage. As a driver, there's something about that 10 to go, Steve, that tells me I've got to ramp my intensity up. I know this stage is coming to an end quickly. We've already seen a lot of aggressive driving, a lot of blocking. If that gets much more aggressive, it could get ugly.
You hear Austin Hill just working the throttle a little bit. That's purely to try to keep from getting into the back of the 16. Rather not touch the brake. You'd rather work the throttle a little bit. Pretty organized up front. Jesse Love doing a nice job leading. That car has a lot of speed because it stays a car length out. Some cars take runs easier than others, Rick. Meaning when the car gets close to the back, it just kind of pushes you away instead of getting right to your rear bumper.
Jesse Love up front, and right now only 3 points above the cut line. So if he could get stage points here, that would be huge.
Oh, come on.
Undale, Save.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. What's going on here? Coach saves so much bundling home and auto with the personal price plan. We decided to bundle practice with ballet.
Undale, Save.
Did you just say bundle and save?
Hey, Hutch, less talking, more dancing. Double time. Boodle it, Save, boodle it.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan.
I want to see that on game day.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month. So switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction. And get 2 unlimited lines for just $30 each. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized, making your car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's headlight restoration.
So Jesse Love has the lead right now.
New and keeps them that way for life.
Been a lot of lead changes so far. That's Talladega for you.
Kit includes everything you need to go from
Jesse Love has so far led the most laps.
Wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The true ceramic technology does the rest.
And then Austin Hill led 4 laps, or led 3 laps. AJ Allmendinger led 4 laps.
Right at your fingertips.
And then Sam Mayer led 1 lap,
And you could
along
get
with
up
Ryan
to
Sieg, who
$500
led 1
in
lap.
5 minutes or less. No interest, credit checks, or late fees. Download the Dave app now or go to dave.com today.
Oh, and I need these items printed with her logo by Friday.
Certainly.
Are you for imprint certain?
Well, we are for imprint. Certainty matters. Like the certainty of finding the perfect promo gear for gifting at 4imprint. Exclusive items and quality brands to wow your clients, your customers, and your team. Delivered on time. Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now.
4imprint, for certain. When I grow up, I want to be an actor.
So why don't you act like a good sister and get me some more buffalo wings?
On second thought, I want to be a director. Let's try a scene where you go get your own.
Can we get some more lemon pepper wings in this scene?
Ooh, and honey teriyaki too.
Ooh, good note.
Have your people call my people.
In the heart of the desert, the stakes have never been higher.
This is not just another race.
8 drivers have given everything, but they're gonna have to give more.
Racing doesn't build character, it reveals it.
It's more than a race. It's a party on wheels. An escape from everything routine.
You got to ask yourself, do you feel lucky?
The NASCAR playoffs return to Las Vegas for the South Point 400, October 18th through the 20th.
Get ready, NXT is all new and live from St. Louis this Tuesday with a special appearance by WWE legend Randy Orton. He faces NXT's rising star Javon Evans in what could be a show-stealing match. Don't miss it, all new NXT. That's Tuesday at 8/7 Central only on the CW. Jesse Love in that 2, still moving from row to row, holding on to the lead. But the guys behind him, those drivers have changed. We've got Justin Allgaier in the 7. He is coming up on the inside. Chandler Smith in the 81 on the outside, leading those 2 lines.
Justin Allgaier started 14. He's got himself up to second. Watch this exchange right here. He goes to the top. Chandler Smith goes to the top to block immediately. Allgaier hangs the left and gets underneath him. And that was a really nice move. And now it's put the 7 car in position to potentially win this stage, and if not win it, at least get really good points.
And needs it as he is below the cut line, that playoff cut line we continue to talk about. Allgaier was 1 point below at the start of this race. Marty.
And Rick, that just shows the aggression Justin Allgaier is going to have today. They have lost 74 points in the last 2 races. Talking to Jim Pullman this morning, he said that is our only option to play the race today. We have to be very aggressive, trying to get stage wins and all the points we can. That move proved it.
below it to advance your position. That's the out of bounds here at Talladega.
That's a great point, Rick, as we count down the laps, Jesse Love is going to tend to use that out-of-bounds line like a defender would.
So got 4 to go on the stage here. Jesse Love still has the lead.
One direction. So if that red and white number 2, there he goes. He got up off the yellow line, and that left room. The 7 sideways, but getting the push. The 2 now stuck in the middle.
Oh, that is the mistake. You cannot make it this racetrack. You cannot give them the bottom on corner exit.
Jesse Love drops all the way back, almost outside the top 10 now.
Can he recover? Coming to 3 to go. Those 2 cars been very, very good, but running out of time.
Out in front, Chandler Smith, one of the playoff drivers, leading. You'll notice on the left, on the scoring pylon, every playoff driver has a purple line underneath their name.
Matches the purple splitter, windshield banner, and spoiler that those same playoff cars have. A little easier to pick out in the pack.
4 wide in the back.
Things getting aggressive now as we're coming up on 2 laps remaining in stage 1.
Jesse Love's now leading that 3rd line.
Jesse Love trying to battle his way back up front after getting shuffled all the way back outside the top 10. Chandler Smith doing a great job leading his pack on the bottom.
That was a shocking mistake out of the youngster driving the 2 of Jesse Love, giving the 7 the bottom off the exit of turn 2.
Yeah, right now, Chandler Smith leading this race. Allgaier doesn't have enough help behind him to get the push, to be able to get momentum to try to pass him. They're double file next to him, and when you're double file, you do not have the energy. It makes so much aero drag side by side that it's hard to gain position. It's hard to get forward momentum going.
Looking forward at that 16 of A.J. Allmendinger right in front of Austin Hill, and then Sheldon Creed in the 18 on the outside line.
See, there you go. That's that 3rd lane, the 3rd row. They're just sitting there side by side, so they cannot help.
All right, coming to the final lap of the stage.
On the outside of Creed, he moved up the racetrack.
1 lap to go in stage 1 at Talladega. Coming to the final lap, and 1 to go.
Stage 1 to go.
All right, Creed's got to the outside of the 7 car of Allmendinger. Now, can he get a push? Can he get some help?
And it's going to be 3 wide, current lead for the 6th spot. That's Cole Custer in the 00 making the move on the outside.
Big run coming on the bottom, the 21 to the 16. He'll push the 7.
Ooh, here comes a big run.
It looks like he will. He'll try to get
Allgaier trying to get by. I don't think he's going to do it because there's the run from the 16.
Now the 7 tries to side draft the 16 for the stage 1 win.
And it's going to be Chandler Smith who's going to win stage 1 at Talladega.
Momentum coming behind him. Here comes A.J. Allmendinger. This is why this finish line right there is close. Chandler Smith, Allmendinger.
All right, so that was about a 21.5-minute green flag run to start the race.
7th stage win this season for Chandler Smith.
For the first stage, so I will be right back in just a few minutes. I'm going to go outside and smoke.
We told you it's a fast one here at Talladega.
You looking for a little trouble? You like watching things get broken? Like barriers? Glass ceilings? And records? In this playoff season, we're looking for you.
Join us at Toyota Racing.
One thing we know is true, no matter race, gender, ethnicity.
The need to screen when due.
We're colon cancer's a priority.
Indeed. Everyone 45 plus at average risk should screen for colon cancer. These folks are getting it done at home with me, Cologuard.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
Superman is dead. Can we please just enjoy the moment?
Lex Luthor will come after you and your family.
Out there, it's just gonna have to be the three of you.
We left something for all of you.
This is how we save Dad. Superman and Lois. 2-hour premiere Monday at 8, 7 Central.
I'm Dana Cicerelli, your candidate for New York State Assembly. Together, we can improve public safety, decrease the cost of living, and shine a light on government transparency. I'm here to work for you, not the other way around. Vote for me this November, and let's flip the script to get things done.
Calling all import auto technicians. Audi, BMW, you name it. Mercedes-Benz of Syracuse is hiring. Not happy where you are? Business is booming here. We need qualified techs to fill our shop. At Mercedes-Benz of Syracuse, you'll join the highest paid techs in Central New York and enjoy outstanding benefits. You'll work with top-of-the-line equipment and top-of-the-line vehicles. Ready to upgrade your career? Apply in person to Nick Christophe at Mercedes-Benz of Syracuse or at RomanoCars.com.
Ryan Phelps has grown his car dealerships by helping thousands of customers regardless of credit history. Ryan Phelps Auto has 21 lenders for good credit, bad credit, and really bad credit with over 200 vehicles available and a buy here, pay here option.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean that you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly going to care about you.
Good credit, bad credit with A+ reputation. Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why everyone's buying from Ryan.
I'm Dana Cicerelli, your candidate for New York State Assembly. Together, we can improve public safety, decrease the cost of living, and shine a light on government transparency. I'm here to work for you, not the other way around. Vote for me this November, and let's flip the script to get things done.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by United Rentals, official equipment rental partner of NASCAR. Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express Card, and by Toyota. Let's go places. Here is the Mobil 1 leaderboard. After stage 1 is complete, Chandler Smith, Allmendinger, Allgaier, Hill, and Creed all top 5. We'll take a look at the stage points earned. Very big for drivers like Allgaier, who was below line. Allmendinger also below that playoff cut line.
Yeah, so we talked about Jesse Love losing his spots, and here he is, you know, battling for the lead. He gets his car off the bottom of the racetrack, and you're not going to give a guy like Justin Allgaier that look. He's going to take that spot, and he went from battling for the lead back to finishing 15th place. So that's a massive difference in the loss of stage points. Kel, you just cannot make that mistake.
Oh, and this was on Jesse's list. He told me 2 goals, make high-quality moves, and don't let people shut me out because it seems to be a pattern at these tracks. Here was the feedback from the team.
Got to react faster. Repeat that. He just needs to react faster to your commands. Yeah,
So you heard veteran crew chief Danny Stockman talk about Jesse needing to react faster to spotter Brandon Benesh's cues.
And the whole field about ready to head onto the progressive pit road, and they'll come to you first, Dave.
Austin Hill finished 4th, Rick, 7 stage points for him, but it was a struggle. He called the car out of control, darting. I have no idea what the car is going to do. I cannot turn the steering wheel without trying to spin out. They're going to make a big adjustment here. He's already been told it's going to be a lengthy pit stop.
AJ Allmendinger, top right of your screen. Great points grab for him in this first stage. He said it's free, definitely free. Lots of rubber on the racetrack. He said it's hot and slick. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, snow go fuel, Marty.
14th to 3rd for Justin Allgaier, who said, we're pretty quick, but I have to put a lot of wheel into it in the corners to get it to turn. Chandler Smith, meanwhile, with the stage win. He said, out front, the car just, quote, feels draggy. How about the no-tire stop call for the 2-team? Danny Stockman, Jesse Love re-inherits the lead.
Yeah, that race off the progressive pit road, you see 14 spots for Love, a loss of 1 position for Chandler Smith, and Sheldon Creed's team grabs some 2 spots.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up. Is Lilo with you in all your dreams?
Oh, yeah. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month. So switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction. And get 2 unlimited lines for just $30 each. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
With so much great entertainment out there, wouldn't it be easier if you could find what you want all in one place?
My favorites.
Get Xfinity Stream Saver with Netflix, Apple TV Plus, and Peacock included for only $15 a month.
I tried a bunch of different probiotics before seed.
And they didn't help. It addressed my bloating and my irregularity. It's really helping my daily bowel movements and keeping me pretty regular. I started feeling better and less bloated, felt flatter, lighter. I just keep going back to Seed because it actually works.
Now I walk around and smiling every day because I don't get bloated anymore.
This is the story of the one who doesn't just see a broken dock. He sees lost revenue, a late night, and work stalled to a halt. Thankfully, he has the experience to handle whatever comes his way and has Grainger on his side, offering access to technical product specialists and the scale to deliver fast, so he can keep his business in gear and always moving forward. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The more love we give, the more love we feel. The more love we feel, the more rainbows we puke. The more rainbows we puke, the more oranges we anthropomorphize. The more oranges we anthropomorphize, the more deer we become. The more deer we become, the more friends we find. The more friends we find, the more our friends find us. The more our friends find us, the more love we feel. The more love we feel, the more love we give.
CW Sports Saturday next week. First ACC football as Georgia Tech heads to Chapel Hill to take on North Carolina. Then off to the Charlotte Roval for an elimination race. The Nascar Xfinity Series playoffs. CW Sports Saturday next week starting at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, only on the CW. Dave, what about Austin Hill in that first stage?
He was told it would be a lengthy pit stop, lost 4 positions there while they worked on the carpet. Listen to his radio before he came to the pits.
I am like literally out of control. Like my hands are killing me because I'm gripping the steering wheel so tight. I have no idea what the race car is about to do.
They made a series of adjustments during that stop, and at the end of the stop, the crew, who normally does not lose any spots on pit road, was just a little bit frustrated, a little bit celebrating. They knew they had to give up time to try to make this car right. Get on out here, get back out there. Remember, guys, this is one of the fastest crews, the fastest crew in the NASCAR Xfinity Series all season.
Yeah, they have gained Austin Hill numerous spots throughout the season. And so when you have to make added adjustments and a little slower pit stop, obviously frustrating for them. But if it makes the car faster and more competitive, then in the end it's going to reap the benefits.
If there's ever a track you can give up 4 spots, this is the one. You have to have your driver in control. You don't want the car driving the driver.
Steve, it's one of those racetracks where you can find a great deal of speed, but the sacrifice is drivability. And we talk about it. Normally drivability isn't that big of a deal here, but you can cross that edge where you're worried so much about just raw speed that the driver now doesn't have the control he wants. And without that, you cannot be aggressive. When a hole opens up, you can't just go in that hole and go make something happen because you're afraid you're going to wreck. And you do take some speed away potentially and making the car drive better, but if that's the driver do what he needs to do, that's what you got to make happen.
Marty, is Chandler Smith and that 81 team, are they feeling good about the win of stage one?
Yeah, I think they feel good about getting those stage points and the playoff point in the bank as well, Rick, for Chandler Smith and the 81 team. Before that last pit stop, he gave an update on the handling and also what's happening inside the car. Listen.
Super draggy when people get close to pushing me and throw the parachute out today. The throttle pedal's already burnt my foot.
So, Jeff, that last part is what I want to focus on. He said the throttle pedal has already burnt his foot, and we're only 30 laps into this race. There's 64 laps to go in this race, and he can't lift off the throttle here at Talladega. So if you ever had a situation like that where literally the throttle pedal is burning your foot.
Yes, and if it's going to happen anywhere, it will most likely be here because your foot's on it all the time. I actually, once I go through the gears like he's getting ready to do, you have to come on and off the throttle. I would actually use my heel. Take my foot, the ball of my foot off of it, and just push with my heel.
Alrighty. Reminder, the free pass went to the 20 of Eric Almirola. He's back on the lead lap, and he will be in contention.
Green flag.
When the end of this race.
Green flag's back in the air for stage 2.
Much better start this time of the two of Jesse Love. Not sure what happened on the original start, but definitely accelerated the entire outside line more organized.
Got a little bit of a shove out of the 7 of Allgaier. He's now trying to get a little bit of help from behind him.
And already inside, 20 to go in this stage, 19 to go, and we took the green, so I expect pretty intense racing.
Still tight, front. Still tight. Still tight.
Spotters working overtime here at Talladega. We see just in front of Austin Hill that 0 of Cole Custer. Jesse Love keeping that outside line in check. Now he goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. It's in front of Chandler Smith.
Yeah, we talked about Jesse Love giving up the bottom of the racetrack and losing the lead earlier. Well, maybe his car wouldn't let him do that. His teammate Austin Hill complained about the way his car drives.
Jesse Love in the 2. Got a win here earlier this year, right here at this racetrack. At 19 years old, he's the youngest of the playoff drivers in the field. He and Shane Van Gisbergen competing in their first playoffs.
See, an 18 car and the 81 car, they're Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, but currently they just are not close enough. The 18 car, the 3 just can't close the gap, and that prevents the 81 car from launching forward. Now they're starting to get a little more formed up.
And you say that, and behind them they go 4 wide. Degrees of banking here at Talladega Super Speedway. Now they're able to hold it wide open as they work around this behemoth of a racetrack.
Those guys in the outside lane, they're wanting that outside lane to just be superior. You can see several people have jumped up in it and prayed that they might go single file. I just don't see that happening with these short stages. 16 to go in this one.
Parker Kligerman in the 48. We see him dropping back, that orange and white, number 48. Brandon Jones in the fluorescent yellow, number 9, has pushed him forward again, but he's stuck right there in the middle. Let's listen in to the 7 spotter, and that would be Eddie DeHaan.
The 6 are clear up top. Then there's 3 wide behind them. A big mess behind them. Stay right where you are here.
Let that up.
Jeff, how important do you feel spotters are here at Talladega?
It's vital. You know, they're your eyes. You can't see. You can't see what's happening behind you, where the runs are being developed, where you may need to block, and you can see the information that they needed as the outside lane is the lane right now that is the favorite. You can see this 81 and 18 cars. They were up at the front a few laps ago, and everybody piled up on them, got on the outside of them, and they are going to the back.
16 of Allmendinger. Take a look here.
Yeah, so he was in that bottom lane, trying to make it 3 wide, go to the middle, and this wasn't ridden.
And he starts to fall back. Now A.J. Allmendinger running 15th. Up front, Jesse Love continues to lead. He's led 19 laps already here at Talladega.
Never-ending Pasta Bowl, starting at just $13.99, is back. Enjoying never-ending pasta with homemade sauces and topping it off again and again? That's back too. But Olive Garden's made from scratch garlic herb sauce? That's brand new. And starting it all off with our never-ending first course? Well, that's always been here. Never-ending Pasta Bowl. It's back with our new garlic herb sauce, starting at just $13.99. Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Lord, you know what's on our hearts. You know where we struggle. You know where we need to be pushed. Help us give it all to you. The good, the bad. Help us turn to you in everything. Amen. You should join me in more prayer on Hallow. Stay prayed up.
What's Danny doing?
He saved so much bundling home and auto with the personal price plan that he got excited.
Bundle is live!
And bundled football with football.
Bundle, amigo! Bundle is live! Bundle and save with the personal price plan in Field Ball.
So do you kick it or pass it?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I realized I could be successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs going forward.
They were by my side in the hospital, and they're still with me today.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/connect.
You like watching things get broken? Like barriers, glass ceilings, and records. Then this playoff season, we're looking for you.
Join us at Toyota Racing. If the first thing you think of when you see a pickup truck is this kind of haul, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing. All the drama of the Nascar Xfinity Series playoffs is now on the CW Network. Your exclusive home to catch the faces of racing's future as they seek to take the lead and catch their names in history. Catch them on the CW for the rest of the world catches home.
In front, Jesse Love continuing to lead. Right behind him, Justin Allgaier in the 7. And then you've got Austin Hill. So RCR first and third right now. Great success on super speedway type tracks. We'll see if Jesse Love learned from stage 1 the mistake of getting off the yellow line.
Real momentum being built from this outside lane right now. A.J. Allmendinger 2 laps ago made a bold move to get to the top and lead this outside lane. He needs to get to the right rear quarter panel of that 7 car. Doesn't get there that lap or that quarter.
The pack dives into turn number 1. Jesse Love out in front. Let's bring in from the Peacock pit box two-time Cup Series winner here and Hall of Fame driver, Dale Jarrett. All right, how about these spotters and the work they're putting in today?
Well, it is hard work for those guys up there, but you know, when they get down the backstretch and stuff, they're a long way away, and I think some of these drivers are utilizing that a little too much. Steve brought up a while ago with Jesse Love that maybe he was late reacting. Well, if you're listening to the spotter, as he pointed out, then you are late. You've got to drive these cars yourself and learn. That's why I see now we have a crash over in 3.
Nick Lights in the
trouble.
Goes around and looks as though he collects a couple.
The 92's around.
Being a 27 of Jeff Burton.
That was a chain reaction.
The Jeff Burton was involved.
Jesse Love made a block. Got to the outside. That checked everybody up, and then these guys.
So that was a
so see right here,
like a 9-minute and 23-second green flag runabout.
The 16 catches him quickly. Contact. There and all the way back is where the wreck happens.
It's no different than the interstate. Somebody brake checks. The first 2 or 3 cars might catch it, but by it gets to the 5th, 6th car, you see the 92 just has no idea they're going to come back to him that quickly. And then he goes up, pretty big damage.
Parker
on the
Kligerman was involved.
Parker Kligerman, a playoff car that needed a good run. We'll have to see just how damaged it is. Let's go on board with Jeff Burton.
That quickly. That accordion effect.
It's been that kind of year. So here you go. Jesse Love does nothing wrong. I want to be clear. He goes up to block this outside lane, but the rate at which they're gaining on him, contact right there. The 00 gets him to 16, and now they all start checking up. Steve, you said it. It's just like a wreck on the interstate. Set 3 times as fast.
A wreck at 180-plus miles an hour here at Talladega, and this time only 3 cars caught up. Nick Light to the 92 around. Parker Kligerman caught up in there as well as Jeff Burton.
All right, we got your home and auto bundled, and you saved hundreds.
Oh, that's nice with the economy and all.
Ooh.
What's the economy?
Where we start.
What isn't the economy?
Yes. It is, it's so many things.
Right.
Look, all you really need to know is that Progressive can save you money without sacrificing quality coverage. You follow?
I'll just look it up.
That went well.
That colonoscopy for getting screens while I'm delaying. I heard I had a choice. I know the name. That's what I'm saying. Cologuard? Cologuard.
Cologuard.
Screen for colon cancer.
At home, like you want.
You the man.
Actually, he's a box.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard. I did it my way.
The 2024 playoffs in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Roll on next Saturday. It all goes down in Charlotte Roval, where 8 drivers will advance and 4 others see their title dreams end.
The Xfinity Series never disappoints.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs, live next Saturday from Charlotte Roval at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific on the CW.
Join the CW6 to help the Salvation Army continue to provide meals and assistance through Sinclair Cares Hurricane Helene Relief. Donate today.
You know, there's a group of people who make my life miserable. They've been in an accident and are injured, yet they procrastinate. They put off making that important first call, and by the time they do call, they've built up a huge pile of bills. They're in a bad place. They may have to settle for some fast cash instead of getting what they deserve, the maximum. Injured? Call me, Joe Stanley. Don't wait, don't hesitate.
From the day we're born, having someone care for us is crucial to our health and well-being. At Syracuse Community Health, caring is what drives everything we do. Taking care of your overall health, caring for your kids, caring for your mental health, and yes, even taking care of your smile. Caring for you and your family is what we do, and our diverse team of experts are here for you with affordable, equitable,
I think we're going to go back green with, what is it?
Place. Syracuse Community Health.
I don't even know.
Happens here.
At Matthews Auto, we're always working to make it easier for you
we're
to
back
get a
with
newer
5 to go.
used vehicle. That's why we created Matthews
In the
Fresh
stage.
Start Finance. With Fresh Start, you've got the power of Matthews behind you. Let us use our extensive
Maybe
relationship
less.
with lenders to get you the best financing deals available for all credit situations. Fresh Start Finance at Matthews Hyundai on the Boulevard or MatthewsFreshStart.com.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit Progressive.com. And by United Rentals, official equipment rental partner of NASCAR. Caution comes out for a 3-car spin and really scored a little bit further back than what we would expect. Riley Herbst back in 22nd. Something wrong with that car, Marty?
Well, Rick, they actually decided to flip the stage at this caution, meaning they're going to.
I think we're actually going back with 4 to go.
A moment ago, they were running 14th. They will not pit. Cannot make it to the end of the race because they're going to be a little bit short on fuel unless there's a lot of caution. Riley, in fact, asked his crew chief, Davin Restivo, did you not want stage points there? He said, we were 14th. I don't think, as the way the day has gone, we could have gotten stage points, so I thought, why not flip it here? Maybe, who knows, with enough caution, we can make it to the end of the race without stopping, Dave.
Marty Parker Kligerman also decided to bring his car to pit road. After the incident, he said nose damage. They brought it down, and it was just minor on the right front. They had to take some time to fix it now. So the car was very loose at the start of the race. He was frustrated with the way it
I think we are going back at 5 to go.
And we could see him getting shuffled back there before this accident. Now he's got to work with a damaged race car. But folks, if you haven't watched a race at a super speedway before, sometimes a damaged race car makes it to victory lane. So we'll see what happens.
A few dents and wrinkled fenders on that 48. Looking for a cable news network which respects all Americans? Then you have a new home with News Nation. See why News Nation is America's fastest growing cable news network. Find News Nation on your screen. Go to joinnn.com. Getting ready for the restart, and stage 2 about complete as we have under 5 laps to go now. It'll be 4 to go.
Okay, so it will be 4 to go.
When they come back around for the green flag.
But Jeff, I think this is a great dress rehearsal for the end of the race, right? We're going to see the restart with 4 to go. We see so many short sprints to the finish here at Talladega that if you're the 7 of Allgaier, the 21 of Hill, the 2 of Love, Custer, Allmendinger, all of these cars at the front, you know, racing to the finish with 15 to go just has a different feel to it than when you come off a restart, because it takes, what, a lap and a half, 2 laps for everybody to really be at full speed. The runs are different, the accelerations are different, so this is a very good dress rehearsal for perhaps later.
Yeah, it's a great deal. It's a great point, Steve. You can learn a lot. Right here we have the RCR teammates lined up. 21 and the 2 are lined up together. And some new players at the front because some guys pit, some guys didn't. So back there in 10th, 11th, 12th, a few new players.
And Kim, what about the 2 of Jesse Love? He's led 24 laps already today.
Yeah, we heard earlier his crew chief Danny Stockman want his reaction time to the spotter to be better. Here was Jesse's final response.
Like that's about as fast as right now. Like I'm able to react with. It takes a second for the car to point and do things. I can't quite move around like as fast as I would probably like in Atlanta or something.
And he followed up that he doesn't have the front-end compliance that he needs to have quicker reaction. So, Steve, do you feel like this does fall on what the car's doing, or is it some driver awareness they need?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both, Kim. I think the truth is the driver itself, as DJ mentioned, you can't really be waiting for the spotter. The great ones out there are proactive. They know runs coming. But the youngster, Jesse Love,
coming back here with 4 to go.
To give him a car that he has confidence to tug the wheel left and right. What I hear, Jeff, is I turn left, but I do it a little cautiously because the car isn't doing exactly what I want. I'm afraid I'll create a bigger issue. He just does not trust it.
It's a sprint to the end of the stage. It'll be just over 10 miles, 4 laps.
And green flag.
We get ready to get the green flag back out. Allgaier on the inside, off the hill on the outside as they race into turn 1.
Well, that NASCAR will allow the drivers to push each other till the exit of turn 2. Then you can hit each other, but you can no longer lock rear bumpers. They allow you to do it to the exit of 2.
I don't think anybody's surprised to see Anthony Alfredo on the 5 up front here. He always runs well on super speedways. 20 of Eric Almirola inside the top 10. He's running 8.
2 for 21, putting NASCAR in a tough position, trying to decide how long they were keeping.
See Cole Custer back there in that white car in the middle. Right now, I don't think the middle's where you want to be. Nobody going with him. Here comes Brandon Jones to try to help him. Nope, back to the outside.
He doesn't want to get out of line either. Now it's 3 wide for third.
Don't look now, but you mentioned the 3 wide. The third car in the middle, the black car with the 20. Eric Almirola, a lap down in stage 1, in position to have a chance to win stage 2.
And that car on the inside got shuffled out completely there. So now A.J. Allmendinger starts to push the 7. Some bump drafting happening there. Big run by the 98 of Riley Herbst. He has to check up, though.
Oh, the intensity's picked up here.
Coming up on 2 laps remaining in this stage.
2 to go on the stage.
And you wonder, as you see Riley Herbst all the way back to 5th, who was just on pit road, if those newer tires are allowing him to be aggressive with the wheel. We're hearing a lot of drivers talk about not being able to make moves.
Austin Hill, a big move to the inside of Allgaier. He's going to try to take the lead. He does.
And Allgaier's going to cross him back over. Got back underneath.
Oh, geez. Oh, geez.
Jesse Love trying to jockey
It
for
looks like it's
position
the end.
that red number 2. 3 wide for the lead. Coming up on the final lap now, a big shove from the 98 of Riley Herbst. Will that get Jesse Love out in front?
Allgaier's falling back.
All the way on the bottom by himself.
And here's the final lap of stage 2.
Pushing the 21 as they
1 to go in stage 2.
This will be the final lap of stage 2. Hill drops to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got Jesse Love, his teammate from RCR, now behind him.
Upper lane a little bit broken up, organized on the bottom. They'll have a run down the backstretch, but will the top come back? Here it comes. The 8 to the top of the racetrack, the 97 of SVG to follow.
Haven't seen a lot of Sammy Smith, but he's in the 8 now, challenging for the lead on the high side.
Is there enough energy to help that 8 car, though, coming to the start-finish line?
The Giz in 97 falling back now, but has worked his way up into the top 5.
Woo!
Side by side for the lead. A little push from the 2. The 20.
Damn, I thought they were going to wreck there.
With momentum. And
Austin Hill wins stage 2.
3 wide as they cross the stripe behind him.
Fun for us. I know it's fun for them.
4-stage win already.
So it was about a 3-minute and like 40-something second green flag run.
It was the crossover move that got him up front, but then he was crossed back over, and a lot of commotion taking place.
That was a fun end to stage 2.
But in the end, it was Austin Hill.
Yeah, but once again, I will be back. I'm going to go smoke, and I'll be back for the start of stage 3.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
Then I wake up. Is Lou with you in all your dreams?
Oh, yeah. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Oh, that was a big one.
Still dry?
Yeah, still dry. I'm Andy from Bessie, the makers of waterproof footwear. We can assure you Bessie shoes are actually waterproof. Our patented waterproof tech covers your whole foot. You can take your dog out for hours when it's wet. But people love us for commuting in any weather and staying super comfortable. The reason we're so obsessed with water, it makes us happier, healthier, and reduces stress. So why wouldn't we be?
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
With so much great entertainment out there, wouldn't it be easier if you could find what you want all in one place?
My favorites.
Get Xfinity Stream Saver with Netflix, Apple TV Plus, and Peacock included for only $15 a month.
We're seeing customers come in every single day, pros that are using battery equipment.
Making the switch to battery was one of the best decisions that we made as a company.
This is where the world is headed. It's better to be ahead of it now than get on it later.
Built for you. Built for work. Right now, buy 2 AP300S batteries and get a third AP300S for free. Real steel. Find yours.
You looking for a little trouble? You like watching things get broken? Like barriers? Glass ceilings? And records? In this playoff season, we're looking for you.
Join us at Toyota Racing.
Welcome to Homestead Miami, your home for the racing highlight. A track as vibrant and colorful as South Florida. Come for the sun, stay for the speed. An Xfinity and Craftsman Truck Series playoffs doubleheader on Saturday. A Cup Series playoffs showdown on Sunday. There's something for everyone. Cuisine, culture, competition, and it's all caliente. Hell of a job, guys.
All right, Del Jarrett, we saw a crazy finish to the end of stage 2. Is that foreshadowing for what we're going to see at the end of this race?
Yeah, 100%. Just wanted to keep the fans in tune as to what they're getting ready to see here in stage 3. I think there's two things that stand out. Jesse Love, Justin Allgaier, thinking about the points that they gave away while they were up front leading the race with just a couple of laps to go in stage 1 and 2, and how much could that cost them there. But as I see this, the Chevrolets look really fast. The biggest takeaway that I had there, though, tires are going to matter. We saw the handling. It brought cars into play there at the end. We had not seen up front all day, and I look for more of that as we go through into stage 3 here.
I have to agree with DJ. I don't think I want to pin on a green-white checker, but if I got 7-8 laps, I just think tires will matter.
All right, once again, the field about to come on to Progressive Pit Road, and we'll start with you, Dave.
Rick Stage winner Austin Hill's car is still a handful, but it was much better out front. Or do you just take 2 to save time and get your driver back out front? We'll see what the 21 crew does, Kim.
Top right, Sammy Smith, he said the balances go just a little snug on exit. The call, right side tires only. We'll see if they stick with that. Bottom left, Jesse Love. He was reporting really sketchy off the turns, but he can be aggressive because he was tight at the end of the run, so ask for no changes for fresh Goodyear tires, Marty.
Kim, we saw just a moment ago for Chandler Smith earned the second most points today, and in about a half 7th to 5th on that last lap here in stage 2. Riley Herbst, Brandon Jones, fuel only. Also same for Carson Quapple here on pit road. They win the race off pit road, Rick.
And we see that race off Progressive Pit Road. And apparently, because they didn't worry about tires, but maybe that track position will pay off.
You know, when I take the bike out like this, all my stresses just melt away.
I hear that. This bad boy can fix anything.
Yeah, tough day at work. Nice cruise to sort you right out.
When I'm riding, I'm not even thinking about my painful cavity.
Oh, you should ignore that.
Every time I get stressed about having to pay my bills, I just hop on the bike, man.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta pay your bills.
You don't have to worry about anything when you're protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
Well, you definitely do. Those things aren't related. So.
That is a vibrating pain.
One thing we know is true, no matter race, gender, ethnicity.
The need to screen when due.
For colon cancer's a priority.
Indeed. Everyone 45 plus at average risk should screen for colon cancer. These folks are getting it done at home with me. Cologuard.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
At News Nation, we march to the beat of our own drum.
I'm talking about you independents. You're going to decide this election.
It's called News, with respect for all Americans.
News Nation. Nobody's going to talk about it being an uneven playing field if they come here.
For the full picture, give News Nation a try. News for all America.
I'm Daniel Cicerella, your candidate for New York State Assembly. Together, we can improve public safety, decrease the cost of living, and shine a light on government transparency. I'm here to work for you, not the other way around. Vote for me this November, and let's flip the script to get things done.
We want your scrap at Colossus Junkyard and Scrap Recycling. We want your old vehicles. Need it gone? No converter? No problem. We'll pick up your vehicle, no charge, and give you cash on the spot. Scrap, tin, steel, copper, we buy it all. Turn your trash into cash at Colossus Junkyard and Scrap Recycling.
At Syracuse Community Health, caring drives everything we do. Our confidential counseling and psychological services provide care for your family's mental health. Whether you feel depressed, dealing with addiction, or a substance use disorder, we treat the whole person by supporting their mind, body, and spiritual well-being. No matter what stage of life you're in, our diverse team of experts are here for you with affordable, equitable, high-quality health care all in one place. Syracuse Community Health. Healthy happens here.
I love doing mortgages and getting people into houses.
It's crazy to think that this is our home. We did this. We created this together.
It's more than just banking to me. I like helping people fulfill their dreams.
I'm Daniel Cicerella, your candidate for New York State Assembly. Together, we can improve public safety, decrease the cost of living, and shine a light on government transparency. I'm here to work for you, not the other way around. Vote for me this November, and let's flip the script to get things done.
Working on a dude ranch is a dream come true.
And this life ain't for everyone.
The Wranglers series premiere Monday, October 14th.
Getting ready for the start of the final stage in the United Reynolds 250 Talladega Super Speedway. And I want to take a look at the Mobil 1 leaderboard as we get ready for the restart. Riley Herbst up front. Brandon Jones, Carson Quapple, Chandler Smith, and Taylor Gray all a part of the top 5 as we get ready for the choose. So many of you have been watching the news and seeing the devastation in western North Carolina as well as eastern Tennessee. Greg Biffle has been giving some amazing shots from his helicopter where he's been going back and forth with supplies and helping those stranded try to evacuate the area. There's just so much devastation and so much help needed. Entire towns have been completely wiped out. And if you'd like to help, we would love for you to go to redcross.org, or you can text Helene to 90999. So much is needed. And we've seen from the different tracks, Charlotte, we've seen it at North Wilkesboro. We've seen right here at Talladega, collecting items for those that have been affected. And so many people are thankful for all that people have given.
It's been incredibly good. It feels great to see so many people step up to try to help those in need. And we all live in the Charlotte area. We're seeing the giving of their time, of the energy around the country. People are giving gifts of all different types, but around our area, the coordination between church groups and NGOs and just volunteers has been incredible. And it's just You know, when our country gets in trouble, we always find a way to step up, and it's great to see that happening again.
Yeah, anyone who I've spoken to has been there in person just says the pictures don't even do it justice to what it is. And it's such a beautiful area of the country. A lot of us spend time up in the mountains, and it's such a rugged area. Like, there's a lot of towns that, you know, the access is somewhat limited in the best conditions, so I can't even imagine what those towns and those residents are going through in this situation. We just wish them all the best. It's going to be a long road to recovery.
One thing that pulls a lot of us together is sports. And we're getting ready for the restart. It will be the beginning of stage 3, the final stage. Brandon Jones in the 9 on the inside.
Alrighty, going back green.
Riley Herbst in the 98 on the outside. Back up through the gears they go.
Final stage is underway with 38 laps to go, so I think they will make it to the end.
See Austin Hill mired back here in 11th. The fight for the lead continues. No help for Brandon Jones on the inside as far as staying up front. He drops back. Riley Herbst has the lead. We'll see if he starts to move down to that lower line to block. Chandler Smith behind him, giving him a shove.
So many times here, Jeff, with 38 to go, I've seen teams kind of relax and settle in and think they want to just kind of check off the next 20 laps. But if you don't fight for track position now, you may never get a chance. You can fall back to 15th or 20th. Those leaders are not going to give up track position in the closing laps.
Yeah, that's right. You see some of these guys toward the back of this front pack. The 7-car Valgard jumps out to me. He made it 3 wide on the bottom, all by himself, trying to get that track position back.
We haven't seen Jaden yet today.
The top 3 keep trying to take it all the way to the top, to the 3rd lane, and get this thing organized. Try to protect Jesse Love. Not so fast. He said that red nose, number 2, turns to the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, he saw that inside line being led by Brandon Jones. He wanted to be the leader of that inside line. Right now, the outside line's going to go by him, right? But here comes the 9-car. Here comes the help. Will this work out for Jesse Love? 9 cars hooked up to him now. The 8-car could have gone with the 9. His teammate decided not to.
Shuffles Brandon Jones through the middle, and now he will fall toward the back. We take a look at the Toyota driver update. Chandler Smith running 2nd on that high line. Taylor Gray is 3rd. Sheldon Creed 4th. All taking advantage of that momentum up top.
Brandon Jones jumps in line up top, and I am sure he has some words for his teammate like, buddy, you just cost me 20 spots. With 36 to go, you could have just pushed me.
Trust no one.
That's right. You know what? That's the best rate. The best restricted plate drivers trust no one. I work with Jeff Gordon and Dale Jr., and they didn't pretend that they were out there to help their teammates. They were very vocal that they were going to do whatever they needed to do. As Jesse Love, wow, as his face has moved to the bottom line.
Aggressively coming back to try to block that lower line. And we heard earlier, Jesse Love said, I need more time to get the nose pointed on the car. Well, that time, he took a hard left to get to the bottom of the racetrack.
But even that move, Rick, was late. Like, that move could have happened 500, 600 feet early. Now, it's easy to say from the booth, but I'm just comparing him to, say, Austin Hill or some of these other drivers. Now, he's a very young driver and has a ton of talent. As this becomes more comfortable and more second nature, it's going to be even more impressive.
And we talked about that move of that 8-car with Sammy Smith hanging out his teammate, but look what it did for him. He now is sitting here in 2nd place. So, yes, I mean, you can be mad if you're Brandon Jones, but it worked out for him. If you're Brandon back in that situation again, you put your teammate behind you in a situation. You have to be willing to block him. You cannot let him do that. You cannot trust him, Marty.
Riley Herbst trying to get the lead back, Jeff, and trying to get that middle lane to work. So, Jeff, when I talked to Riley about how he is studying super speedway racing, he said he watches this angle, the overhead angle from either the helicopter or the blimp. He doesn't watch onboard cameras. He said, I learned so much more having this big view of the racetrack. So as a driver, Jeff, what are you learning when you're watching this big view and not on board with another car?
What you got to do is, if you're leading the race right now, you can see the bottom lane making a move underneath Jesse Love, but You have to understand how runs happen. Where are they going to come from? How does it build energy? How does it get forward momentum? And if you know that, you can create it, but you also can defend against it. And this is the view, this top view, that you can see that happen.
The top two have separated themselves from the pack, and here comes the pack now. Riley Herbst, the back bumper of the two. The 20 of Eric Almirola has not been able to get to that back bumper of the 8 of Sammy Smith yet.
Big aggressive push right here from the 98 to the 2. And it's pushing the 2 out for the lead.
Oh, car pops out of line. I was trying to see. It's a white car, blue roof, 21 of Austin Hill, I believe. Yeah, there you go. Austin Hill. He is driving with that urgency, knowing he needs to be in the front 3 or 4 to win this race.
And interestingly enough, Sheldon Creed is behind him in the 18. I say that because they used to be teammates, and they did not see eye to eye on the racetrack many times over. And now Sheldon Creed is behind Austin Hill.
And SVG in that first car in the middle pack, he's like, all right, I'm doing good. I got a good opportunity here. I'm in the leading this line. And a lot of the guys he thought were going to be in front of him in the middle jumped to the top.
And this is why drivers get frustrated, because now we're 3 wide. This is rush hour traffic. I mean, where are you going to go when every lane is taken? Sheldon Creed, this would be an exhausting look all day long, just right in the rear bumper of the car in front of you.
And look what he can't see.
Yeah, anything else?
He has no idea what's going on directly in front of him. He can see the car that he's pushing, but he can't see what's going on in front of him. And that's where the spotter is so valuable. He needs to be telling the driver what is happening in the parts of the racetrack that he can't see.
But just like that, the 8 gets hung out, and the 9's back side by side with his teammate.
And SVG tucks in behind the 8. Up front, Jesse Love looking to go sweep here at Talladega.
But you're going to eat wings in the car again?
Wait, is that weird?
No. The drumming.
Boom, 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 boom.
That poor car.
It was fine in the end.
Is your car's plastic trim faded and milky? Don't worry. Cerakote's ceramic trim coat restores oxidized trim effortlessly. Just wipe it on. It's guaranteed for 200 washes. Even dust won't stick to it. Keep your car looking professional. Selling your oxidized, faded trim car? Detailed cars sell for way more than faded cars. Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Derek Henry.
Hey, Jake the State Farm. I say so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Oh!
Okay, and this is auto again, right?
Hey, this is my living room.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You like watching things get broken? Like barriers?
I don't know if I'm going to do another stream tonight. I just don't know. I might not.
In this playoff season, we're looking for you.
Join us at Toyota Racing. If the first thing you think of when you see a pickup truck is this kind of haul, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
I knew it. I thought something is different about my man.
It's Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew?
Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Blue Chew. We've done it again.
The more love we give, the more love we feel. The more love we feel, the more rainbows we puke. The more rainbows we puke, the more oranges we anthropomorphize. The more oranges we anthropomorphize, the more deer we become. The more deer we become, the more friends we find. The more friends we find, the more our friends find us. The more our friends find us, the more love we feel. The more love we feel, the more love we give.
All the drama of the Nascar Xfinity Series playoffs is now on the CW Network. Your exclusive home to catch the faces of racing's future as they seek to take the lead and catch their
It's off to Corvallis as Colorado State looks to pull off the upset against high-flying Oregon State. Coming up next right here on the CW. Want to take a look at the Xfinity fastest lap, and right now it's Ryan Sieg. He did it on lap 33. Turned a lap averaging over 191 miles an hour. We mentioned it 3 times the speed that you'd be going on the interstate. And it looks like interstate traffic right here. 3 wide all the way from the front to the back.
Just a few laps ago, we questioned how this middle lane was going to work, in particular around SVG and that 97 car. Well, he's done a great job.
Fuck Riley Herbst, by the way.
That middle lane.
Almirola made his way all the way up to second.
This is where the
That's
chaos
nice.
gets the
After that
highest.
pass-through penalty to start the race.
25 cars in the lead pack, 3 wide. There's space at times and no space at times. And if a car gets out of shape with no room to save it, that's where the big wreck can happen.
The other thing that's happened is the aggressiveness of the side draft. It's going through the roof. When the car is underneath you or beside you, if you can get right against them, door to door, put your quarter panel on their fender, whatever it takes, you can slow them down. Slow that line down in an effort to speed yours up, and that has picked up also.
Sammy Smith in the 8 in the middle lane, leading that middle lane. And then it's Chandler Smith. No relation between those two drivers. Chandler Smith in the 81 on the outside. And Riley Herbst on that inside line.
This is where, as a driver, you start to get frustrated because if you're in this 3rd row, 4th row, and it's 3 wide, what are you going to do?
Great racing, though.
Where are you going to go? And so what you try to do is you
This
try
ain't
to
the
push your
boring
lane,
Talladega racing that we've seen.
past the other ones because there's nowhere to go left or right.
Name not mentioned today, Carson Qualpel, about the 4th car in the middle there. That light blue and white 88 announced this week, full-time next year at Junior Motorsports. Doing a great job behind the wheel and get some very valuable experience.
So Jesse Love ducked behind the 81. Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith's been getting big runs and getting way out in front. As you saw the 16 of A.J. Allmendinger pushing the 2, but then leaves him out.
That was a great move. Looked left, and as soon as the 2 defended it, he went high.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was very aggressive. Really good move. You see what all that energy is done. It's taken some of that from the middle lane. Let's see if he can get built back up. Allmendinger all day. He's been willing to push the issue. No surprise, that's who he is. A lot of success in this sport by being that.
Had success here at Talladega as well. It's Chandler Smith once again in the 81 that's deciding which line he wants to run in.
So Sheldon's into the top
Watching
5
his
now.
Rear, listening to a spotter and moving accordingly. That high line, 2, 3, 4 car advantage right now over the low line and middle. And moving out of line is a 16 of A.J. Allmendinger. So now he's tired of pushing. He wants to be pushed. Jesse Love to his back bumper. Allmendinger fighting for the lead here at Talladega. Chandler Smith, A.J. Allmendinger running 1-2, and look out, here comes the 21 of Austin Hill.
Smiling first can help someone find the courage to do the same.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month. So switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction. And get 2 unlimited lines for just
Chandler and
$30
AJ are battling for the lead right now.
You've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today.
Hey, get your head in the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers of Bundle Home and Auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football. You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
James, wait!
No, that's not the exit.
When you have something to get done today, getting
What the
everything
fuck?
you need today is helpful.
Jaden, I'm gonna
Online at Ace and we'll deliver
murder
same
you.
day, or we'll have it ready for
I'm gonna
pickup in
murder you,
15 minutes.
Jaden.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This is the story of the one who doesn't just see a broken dock, he sees work stalled to a halt. Thankfully, he has Grainger, offering the scale to deliver fast. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I had 20 years of experience as an HR professional, and I had reached a ceiling, so I enrolled in UMGC. I would not be the person that I am today had it not been for the partnership with UMGC.
With so much great entertainment out there, wouldn't it be easier if you could find what you want all in one place?
My favorites.
Get Xfinity Stream Saver with Netflix, Apple TV Plus, and Peacock included for only $15 a month.
Trivial Pursuit. My strategy is to get as many questions right as I can.
Trivial Pursuit. New episode this
Duluth
Thursday at
lost.
9, 8 Central.
Next, it's prime time.
Your name is
CW
Richard
Football
Childress.
Saturday, when Colorado State heads to Corvallis to take on Oregon State, where the Beavers' explosive ground attack takes center stage. Unstoppable. CW Football Saturday, Colorado State at Oregon State, coming up next on the CW.
Shift into high gear with your chance to win an all-access Daytona 500 experience. Scan the QR code.
Malachi Richard Childress coat.
And we got a
Oh, trouble!
The 97.
Big crash.
James Van Gisbergen is involved.
SVG's involved.
The
19's involved. Someone else got big damage.
Coming at us. The 11 of Josh Williams looks like he has been caught up.
Josh
also.
Williams has a lot of damage. The 19 has a lot of damage.
You can feel this wreck coming, and a lot of drivers, the intensity picking up. Only 19 laps to go.
Josh Williams. We see the 19 rolling. Oh, man. Big damage for Austin Hill.
Austin Hill has damage.
I know whose fault it was that even got back there, but I'm not going to say it on the radio.
Oh, boy.
Well, this is big damage because you're looking at this damage on the left side, but it's a lot of damage on the right side as well. All right, well, here we are. Well, this starts really early and happens later, so let's watch it develop. Watch the 97 car in the middle. Contact.
That was about a 15-minute and 25-second green flag run.
26
Right there.
to slow down. 32 gets in the back of him. Very similar to the wreck we saw before. It just, you know, you're behind all of it. So watch what happens with the 97. Keep your eye just on him. The 26 behind him of Dean Thompson. So he moves up the racetrack. Dean tries to get underneath him. Contact. Puts SVG on the bottom. I think Dean Thompson's afraid that SVG is going to come back in front of him. He's starting to check up a little bit, and the guy behind him wasn't.
That's what I think is the big cause of this. Is
Uh-oh.
see,
Okay.
oh, some big hits. Jeff, your point about the 26, because the 97 has enough grip. He can run the travel on the apron without a problem and blend on the other side of the travel. But it's the 26, the blue nosed car right there. You see his nose. He's like either off the gas or on the brakes, and finally gets spit out of line by the car behind him, because I think the cars behind him are thinking, we're just going to leave the 97 stuck down there. Dean Thompson, not a lot of experience. He's thinking he has to leave a hole for the 97 to come back up, and the 32 just continues to push and push until finally the 26 goes around.
And that's the worst part of the racetrack. Like that part of the racetrack, there's not much banking, and when you're being pushed through that travel, it is very easy to get spun around, and especially on the bottom of the racetrack. There's very little grip down there.
Some big hits right there.
Seen that picture way too many times in my life. And that's what we talk about. That's what every driver's afraid of here. Watch the 21 on the outside. He's nowhere near this wreck, having nothing to do with it. minding his own business. Boom, there he is, gets caught up in it.
Now, Taylor Gray gets shot up the racetrack into that 21.
And fortunately for the 97, there were cars over there, because that was going to be...
That could have been huge.
I mean, it was already a big hit, but going all the way into the wall at that angle.
So the big one happens here at Talladega, right in the tri-oval, middle of the pack.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I realized I could be successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs going forward.
They were by my side in the hospital, and they're still with me today.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/connect.
Pain hits fast, so get relief fast. Only Tylenol Rapid Release Gels have laser-drilled holes. They release medicine fast for fast pain relief. And now, get max strength topical pain relief precisely where you need it with new Tylenol Precise.
He was only 47. Aneurysm. Did he have life insurance? Do you? No. You gotta get on it. Check out SelectQuote. Trust me, the peace of mind, it's worth it.
Life insurance is too important to put off another day. That's why SelectQuote makes getting coverage you need easy, for less than $1 a day. Now get up to a $2 million policy with no medical exam and same-day coverage.
Visit SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save.
Pro-level performance at work and at home. Right now, save $50 on the BGA 57 battery blower. Real steel. Find yours.
There's an easier way to bank and get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less when you download Dave.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When I grow up, I want to be an actor.
So why don't you act like a good sister and get me some more buffalo wings?
On second thought, I want to be a director. Let's try a scene where you go get your own.
Can we get some more lemon pepper wings in this scene?
Ooh, and honey teriyaki too.
Ooh, good note.
Have your people call my people.
Tuesday, NXT on the CW is making all the noise.
The moment is right here. It's right now on the CW.
With the biggest names.
The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions are here on NXT.
I'd like to see if I can hit Javon Evans with an RKO.
And the hottest performances.
We'll have a special performance by Sexy Red.
NXT is must-see. Live this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Pit road is open, and we're not seeing a lot of takers yet. Possibly a few coming down. Parker Kligerman, who's had damage already, and the two of Jesse Love also on pit road, Kim.
Yeah, Jesse Love making a stop. He just asked to be freed up a little bit on exit. They will take a little bit of fuel, too. They wanted some insurance for the end of the race. As you see, fresh tires going on the right side as well.
16 laps remaining. A lot of damage to the 21 of Austin Hill. Best finish 14th here. Doesn't look like he's going to improve upon that today.
Well, there's possible more wrecking coming. So if they keep this car rolling, there's an opportunity to pick up some spots.
I like what they're doing here, which is taking their time when it sits on pit road. The damaged vehicle clock, which is what expires and takes you out of the race, it is from yellow line to yellow line. So anytime you're on pit road, so if you keep trying to stay on the lead lap, you keep burning time. I think for the 21, it's all about trying to stay in the race more than it is on their lead lap.
We got 3 minutes here, guys.
You heard 3 minutes right there in the radio.
Steve, rolling around, he had smoke in the cockpit, a lot of things dragging there. They said that was from the splitter. So basically trying to get that splitter off the front, off the ground in front.
So let's watch this again. Watch the 26 car, the black car, Dean Thompson on the bottom of the racetrack. So they all get kind of stacked up right here. Dean tries to go to the bottom. SVG trying to block it, makes contact. Watch what the pushing from Jordan Anderson, but right now, the 26 car, he's starting to spin, but just prior to that, he has his left side tires on one side of that seam and the right side tires on the other. On the left side of that seam, there is less banking in the travel. The right side has more. As he's getting pushed, that's the worst possible situation for him. Look at his left side tires. So all's okay right here. Everything's going to work out. But right there, he starts to get pushed, and he is splitting that seam. Left side's less banking than the right side's. That is the worst the car will drive all day. Taking a push there is never a good thing.
And then that shoots the 97 up the racetrack, Steve, as you mentioned, a couple cars up there, luckily. Otherwise, SVG would have taken a head-on collision with that outside wall. Kim, how about the 26?
Yeah, and Dean Thompson adding on the radio that he had to check up and then he was spun, kind of explaining that accident.
We talked about the fact that there are 15 drivers that are in this field that are not full-time racers in the Xfinity Series. And Dean Thompson, this is just his second start of the year.
Yeah, look, how many wrecks have we seen at Daytona and Talladega? Those kind of wrecks happen with some of the best in the business. You know, it's just a challenging situation racing here.
Jordan Anderson.
SVG and Josh Williams are out of the race.
All right, DJ, this one happened right, well, you're facing the other direction, but it happened in front of you. Let's get your perspective as we have just 15 laps remaining.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things, guys, and you've alluded to a lot of it, but you know, you're getting down to the end. Everybody's trying to move forward, get themselves in position to make the move that they want to, that can give them a better chance at getting a top 5 or maybe even a win out of this. And then you're also racing with drivers that you're not accustomed to racing with, and I think that makes things more difficult, and then we see things like this happen. So you hate to see that, but it's something that we certainly had to expect, and I think you'll probably agree with me. Not the last caution that we're going to see.
Yeah, a noble prediction there.
Yes, I like to go out on a limb, you know.
Well, DJ, the most tense time for a driver, for me, was always here and at Daytona, these late race restarts, because you know how aggressive it's going to become, and you're going to have to do things you don't necessarily want to if you want to win.
Yeah, you are going to do that. And, you know, the rule that we talk about here, that they can only lock bumpers for so long, but you're able to go up and run into the back of somebody and push them forward. Those pushes are going to get harder, and that only gets that car in front that's receiving that bump out of control a little bit more. So I think that's going to create some of the issues that we're going to see here, too, because they realize the laps are winding down. We've got to get ourselves going forward more, and everything that we need to do is ramped up.
Getting ready for the choose. It will be 13 laps remaining when we see the green flag as they're choosing the inside or outside line right now. We saw the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen and his car in the garage area. It's parked now, so he's done for the day. And as he runs, the points now, he is 20 points below the cut line with the Roval next week. Really kind of a must-win situation for him.
Well, and the 21 of Austin Hill is still in the lead lap. We saw him leaving pit road pretty damaged. If he can meet minimum speed, he'll be off the DVP. If we continue to get those wrecks that DJ talked about, that I think we will get, then the 21 can gain some points. And for the 97, I don't know if 20 points is a must-win for a guy that can go win both stages. He can make 20 points up in just the stages. So I think drivers instantly throw this must-win around way too soon. I think until you get 30 or 35 points out now, at the end of this could change completely in the next 15 laps.
Marty.
We've talked about how the gas pedal is literally burning the right foot of Chandler Smith, who sits in 5th, and that situation has not gotten any better. Listen to the radio.
I'll off steering out of my left earbud so I can hear my right one. I have a good idea of what y'all say when I'm racing, but it ain't extremely clear. But I'm watching around too, so.
So what he actually said before that was, my left foot and my right foot has gone completely numb inside the car. He's going to have to be able to tough it out here for the final 14 laps.
I don't know if he'll be able to.
14. It'll be 13 when they come back around for the restart. But an uncomfortable situation, obviously, for Chandler Smith behind the wheel of the 81. He's going to be restarting inside the top 5.
Well, 13 to go. We take the green. It's going to be very interesting.
Alrighty.
See how these teams work. I will tell you, on the last 2 restarts, that locking bumper rule
Coming back to the green with 13 laps to go here.
Continue to do it longer and longer and longer.
Push and push and push.
Josh Williams has been released from the care center, and we are back green at Talladega.
A.J. Allmendinger on the inside. And that inside line surging ahead.
The 20's got some left front damage. A bit of smoke coming from that left front.
That inside line really dropped off dramatically after A.J. Allmendinger moved up the racetrack. And a big block attempted there. But Sammy Smith was able to clear the 81 of Chandler Smith. A very close call for him. And now Riley Herbst to the outside of A.J. Allmendinger. Issues for the 20 of Almirola.
No, Eric Almirola has an issue. That's probably going to be a caution.
We saw the tire rub, and rubbed. Now the left front's flat on the ground and dragging.
It's only a matter of time till that's a caution.
He went to the apron, and the sparks are flying from underneath. Almirola won a week ago.
Well, the tire and the debris, the tire's not turning. You see the fender finally failed and blew in. It's on the flat tire, everything dragging. So back to racing up top, side by side, between the 16 and the 98.
Herbst on that outside, Allmendinger on the inside. Those two almost trading paint there as it came out of turn 4.
It's only a matter of time till this is a caution.
The 20 looks like he's going to make it back to pit road, so not going to bring out a caution.
I don't know.
No debris comes off the car.
Maybe.
Herbst out in front. And
oh, caution.
Same debris.
Caution is out.
Backstretch, lane off the bottom.
Lane off the bottom on the backstretch, which is where they're headed right now.
So that was an almost 2-minute green flag run.
We're seeing cars go down that direction, but this means another restart.
I saw the 20 car, with
there's
smoke.
debris.
As soon as they dropped the green flag on that restart, here's all the debris coming off the race car.
They'll take a jet dryer out there, blow all that debris back into the infield. There it is.
Guardians won,
10 laps to go. Maybe some of the cars are going to remove that debris from the track. When we see the restart here at Talladega, Riley Herbst up front.
This is the one. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. Because maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial-grade product you need. Call, click, or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, girl, how do you know Blue? Her man. Come on.
Where do I get Blue Chew?
Oh, you want to know where you can get it now? Well, you can go online and get your first month free, actually. So, would you date him if he took a Blue Chew?
I would have to go with a yes.
Look, you're in it, my boy.
Like a date,
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month. So switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction. And get 2 unlimited lines for just $30 each. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today.
You prepare for the unexpected. So do we.
Our workwear is built with durable water-resistant technology, so moisture, dirt, and grease don't stick around. We offer unsurpassed comfort and mobility, so you can be as versatile as our specialty performance fabrics. Our integrated workwear systems mean a sudden change in the weather doesn't change a thing. And we're meticulous, down to our intelligent pocket design, so you can work smart. Work wonders. True work.
Tuesday, NXT on the CW is making all the noise.
The moment is right here. It's right now on the CW.
With the biggest names.
The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions are here on NXT.
I'd like to see if I can hit Javon Evans with an RKO.
And the hottest performances.
We'll have a special performance by Sexy Red.
NXT is must-see. Live this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Braden Fowler-Nicolosi is warming up because that's coming up next on the CW. Kickoff scheduled for 6:45 Eastern. Again, Colorado State versus Oregon State. And after the last caution coming out for debris on the racetrack, we will have another restart. Before we get to that, let's go to Dave.
The one before that involved the ever-learning, ever-evolving Shane Van Gisbergen. On the super speedway today, what'd you learn before all that?
Yes, we were pretty loose. It was pretty tough. WeatherTech Camaro was fast, though. We got some good stage points, stage 2, and was running, up front for that most of that last one. But yeah, just got pushed out of line, put myself in a bad spot, and I thought I saved it, and then there must have been some other stuff happening and got caught up in it, so that sucked.
And we didn't see this now as a must-win next week at the Roval, but how do you look at it?
I don't know what the points are. We'll see how far in the hole we are, but yeah, just got to prepare well, turn up with a fast car next week and get as many points as we can and hopefully get through okay.
I want to ask you to do the math here, but you're down 22 to the cut line. I know you've studied this a lot and said just how chaotic it is. What's it going to be like next week for you?
Well, tracks like this are different to tracks next week, so hopefully we can have a smooth day, get some stage points and be there at the end. But yeah, I really wanted to do well today, so gutted for the Call Racing guys.
Right, Shane walked out under his own power. We'll see him next week at his specialty at a street course or an oval, or Rick, you call it both. It's a roval.
It is the Roval, an SVG from New Zealand. Already in the playoffs here in the Xfinity Series. He'll be moving to the Cup Series next year.
Yeah, the Roval next Saturday, 3:30 on CW. It is a different racetrack.
W.
They changed portions of the racetrack. Turn 6 now is a super fast uphill blind right-hand corner, and it leads to basically a 180-degree corner back into what is NASCAR track turn 1. That is completely different than what it has been in the past. And on top of that, the front straightaway chicane, it's been changed. So it's back to the Roval, but it's going to be a different Roval. And that 6-7 complex is going to be a challenge.
Wait, the Roval had changes?
All right, Marty, how about the crew chief for the 98? How's he feeling?
Let's see how the nerves are in the 98 camp. Devin Restivo, you and I were talking, Raleigh, about how hard he's worked on this Super Speedway program. What does he need to do to finally finish one off and get the win?
I think we're going to need some friends. Right now, we haven't had friends a whole lot all day. They keep
No, they did change part of it, but it's not that different.
The important thing right here at the end is manage that gap and make sure we keep that push.
So I know putting a lot of effort into a certain discipline, you always want to see the reward. What have you seen him do right today?
He's done a lot of stuff right, taking the runs when he should take the runs and pushing when he should push. And, I mean, obviously there at the end of stage 2, we weren't going to get stage points, and he did a really hefty job to get up there and get stage points. That's what we need to do.
All right, so we'll see if he can finish it off. By the way, his dad, Troy, right behind Davin right here, who raced off-road for years. And I turned to Troy a second ago, Rick, and I said, this is nothing like what you did. And your racing career, racing in the desert, is nothing like Talladega.
But he has all smiles there. And right now, running in the second spot is Sammy Smith. DJ, what are you thinking about Sammy Smith on the outside of row 1?
Thinking about how that could upset the playoff picture if we do. This is the guy that came in the last spot in 12th right now, and looking, he was 23 down to begin this. and he's got an opportunity to do something he hasn't done. Win at one of these racetracks like Talladega and Daytona in drafting. Has he learned enough? He obviously has shown his car's really been good here over the last probably 30 laps of this race. Does he have what it takes to make this happen? But he's got 4 other playoff drivers right there with him that all know that this could move them forward too in the playoffs.
Sammy Smith, a lot riding on this race and these playoffs. If he can advance out of this round, he's got a great shot at the championship. Because once he gets to Phoenix, that's a racetrack he's won it before. So if he can advance out of this round, which we just heard DJ say, coming into this race, he was 12th out of the 12 drivers. And again, only the top 8 will advance from this round after the Roval next week. All right, it'll be 7 laps remaining. Riley Herbst on the inside.
It'll be 7 to go when they go back green.
Allgaier on the outside giving a shove to Sammy Smith, and A.J. Allmendinger on the inside giving a shove to Riley Herbst.
7 to go. Green flag's in the air.
Little advantage goes to the inside early as they go into turn 1. Riley Herbst getting pushed from the 16 and the 81 and the 1 of Sam Mayer also. All together as they go down the backstretch now.
Fuck Riley Herbst. That's all I gotta say.
He goes to the inside, but Chandler Smith jumped to the outside. Nobody behind the 16 car, no help whatsoever.
I love that move for Chandler Smith. He knows second is his best chance to win, and he believes the 98 is the guy he wants to lead, top lane preferred.
That high line is organized. Nothing organized down below.
Junior Motorsports, 3rd, 4th, 5th in the top line. The 8, the 7, the 9. Oh, and the 88. 4 cars in a row. The 8 jumps out of line.
And the 2 other Junior Motorsports cars follow him. The 88 hung out.
And now there's no help in that middle or outside line. Everybody has gone to the bottom.
Sammy Smith out front. Riley Herbst trying to find some help.
And now it switches again. A lot of help in the middle. Chaotic.
Roger Dale Jr., you're excited and nervous. Your 3 cars lined up on the bottom. Can they work together? Can they try to keep the momentum on the bottom lane?
See A.J. Allmendinger in that 16 car. It looked like he was in big trouble, but he did a great job of fighting.
Some big pushes happening. Sam Mayer right behind this group, that 16 of Allmendinger. Riley Herbst still making the middle work, and that 98 just can't get enough help to get up there and challenge for the lead. 2-car breakaway as Sammy Smith and Allgaier separate themselves. Now Allgaier. Will he stay with his teammate, or will he try to take the lead? He goes to the inside for the lead.
Woo!
And on the outside, the 98 of Riley Herbst leaves the 8 of Sammy Smith hanging.
The 42 car, he just shot the middle. Honeyman to get to the 8 car.
Leland Honeyman back there with the white hood, that number 42. As we see Sammy Smith working with the 98, he pushes the 98 up to the 7. Coming up on 4 laps to go. All the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Allgaier has had a terrible last 2 races and trying to turn things around here at Talladega.
He's out far
Fuck
enough,
Justin
though.
Allgaier.
If somebody can get a push, he's in trouble.
Fuck Justin Allgaier and fuck Riley Herbst.
Let's see if it's enough. There he goes to the inside.
And Chandler Smith is going to stay behind the 7.
As long as it ain't one of them.
Shove. And now the 8 of Sammy Smith collecting behind the 98.
Woo.
The 7 gets shuffled out.
Yeah, the 81 gave the 7 a shot. It got him loose.
Shuffled or shoved, I'm not sure which, but the 81 was pushed out of line.
Carson Kvapil and the 88 in the middle gets a little bit loose from that push from Brandon Jones. Riley Herbst
3 to go.
now goes to the middle to block. He's got Sammy Smith on the
Oh, trouble! There we go. Oh, man. What a vicious hit. What a hard hit.
Oh, big still wrecking.
Still wrecking. Parker Kligerman's in it, yeah.
Clickerman straight up the racetrack.
Damn, man.
He was in it late. Cole Custer.
What a hard hit.
Custer has been trying to avoid
Well, Custer's involved, but Brandon Jones, I hope he's alright. I don't really like him, but I mean, obviously hope he's alright. Parker Retzloff has a lot of damage. I might bring out a red flag.
So if you keep it running, keep it moving, maybe they can get it fixed up and at least call out a decent finish.
It's going to be overtime. Allmendinger with damage.
Awful done a nice job. Had himself in good position late in this race.
Yeah, there's going to be a red flag.
It looked like Carson Quapple got shoved and out of shape and up the racetrack, and that started this. We'll have to take a look at the replays, but Cole Custer with a lot of damage.
It happened so quickly, and once again in the trial, we talked about the trial being difficult. The 9 into the back of the 88, everything sorts itself out there.
Couldn't really tell if it was just a push gone wrong or the 88 just got loose, but the 88 of Carson Quapple gets turned left, and then just a mess. Welcome to Speedway racing.
Looked like A.J. Allmendinger got in the back of the 48, too.
Yeah, let's watch this again. Watch the 9 and the 88. So the 88's going to go left right there, and I think that was a push, Steve. I think he got a push from the 9, and when he did, it just kind of shot him to the left into the door.
Red flag is out.
All of this happened. Now red flag is out.
Allgaier could not have a bad race here, and then he gets collected.
Yeah, watch that 88. Contact a little bit right there, and then down to the side of the car underneath him, and then up he went. It's the wreck we see over and over at Daytona and Talladega.
So we're going to have overtime.
Somebody trying to push, and everything's not lined up exactly.
I don't think I'm going to be alive tonight for any of the MLB games.
We're riding along with the 18 of Sheldon Creed there.
You know, let's look further back in the pack how some of these guys got in this wreck. You know, they're all a lot of them dive to the bottom and they think they're okay. Look at Parker Kligerman. He's like, I'm good.
Until he got collected. The back of that car and shot straight up the racetrack.
Yeah, we talk about it all day. The trialable cars just don't drive good through there. But this is on the street. Big hit by Brandon Jones. Gosh.
Oh, bam. I might have to look at that wall, honestly.
Anthony Alfredo, he's done a good job all day.
Listen in to Carson Quapple's radio.
That's a good angle.
What happened there? I mean, looks like somebody drove through you.
I mean, I think it's a little aggressive. The same push to wreck you is the push you need to win. And that's really where I struggle with this. Now, I've never made laps around Talladega, but I've watched thousands of laps. I've worked with two of the best. And I just think that, you know, it's just a numbers game. And if you can get 100 pushes, and 98 can be perfect, and 2 could be bad. And do you have enough time, energy, and space to save those 2 pushes? And with 2 to go, you know, why does that not happen at lap 20? Because that push, they breathe the gas a little bit, and the push is easier. But with 2 to go, if you don't push, then you're asking the guy after the race, why didn't you push me? Right. We could have gone forward. So the frustration is because drivers like to be in control of their own car. And here, you have to have so much help. I've been crew chief of the receiving team in the wrecks, the ones that get caught up in it, and the ones that get through it. It's just a frustrating style of racing.
So the red flag has been displayed. It will be overtime here at Talladega after the track is cleaned up. The crew is doing that right now, but multiple cars involved in this, the big one at Talladega.
I knew that something was different. I knew it, I called it, and look what I found today.
It's Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew? Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
The Holy Grail. This is the secret. If you don't know, now you know. You can get it on a subscription model, so men can get delivered every month. And for the ladies, let your man know, and you're welcome in advance.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month. So switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction. And get 2 unlimited lines for just $30 each. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today.
You like it here in this small town? The all shucks and the apple pie. Makes you feel safe. Seems fake to me. Maybe being here will change my mind.
I'm not scared of you.
You will be.
I feel so bad for John and Jordan. Your dad just died.
The world's without us protected.
I can handle him.
You're not ready yet. You are not your father.
Out there, it's just gonna have to be the 3 of you. They have to pay for what they did.
You want to wipe out a whole town?
It's a dangerous business being a superhero.
He left something for all of you.
This is how we save Dad.
Superman and Lois, 2-hour premiere Monday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
A reminder coming up next on the CW is Colorado State and Oregon State. You see Johnny McCoy warming up there. He's already thrown for 571 yards in those 4 games that he's played this season. That will be a great matchup there. Just the 4th time that these 2 teams have played each other. Again, a reminder, 6:45 kickoff time for that one. So under a red flag condition here, I want to look again at this wreck and how it started.
And we talk about pushes going bad. Happens all the time. But watch right here. Watch a 9 car pushing the 88. I don't know what he's doing wrong, right? He's pushing the 88. He's centered up to him. You know, some cars and setups take a better push than others. And when, yes, he gets to the right rear of him, but only after the 88 goes to the left. And the 9's not pushing him at an extreme high rate of speed from behind. It's just racing. It's speedway racing. And Steve, you said it really well. If the 9's not pushing right there, when the race is over, they're like, dude, I need you to be pushing me. Like, but that's a place where you should be able to push me. We're out of the tri-oval. We're going straight. It's just anytime you're pushing somebody, things can go wrong.
So pushing is important. You can't push and steer, right? And when I look at this right here, the question I have is they're all lined up, right? So when we get to the second replay, when you're from behind, if you use either the dotted line or the pavement seam to see which car moves, it looks like the 88 starts to move left, but I can't tell if that's before or after the push. So right here, when these cars go by and you're going to start to see them from behind, you're going to kind of get a reference using, I think, the dotted white line, and there's also a black paving seam you'll see right near the right side tires. So, you know, right here, they're all starting to go straight. Right there, dead straight, dead straight, dead straight. Maybe the 9 a little right.
The fuck are you talking about, Chucky fan?
Neither intentionally. And I
I've seen Toy Mario on my streams before. I don't know what you're talking about, though.
Gives you just enough force to spin a car out. I mean, we're breaking it down frame by frame. These guys are doing it at 185
Are you Toy Mario?
I just think that, you know, it's a push gone wrong. A teammate trying to help a teammate.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. We heard the spotter say he just drove right through you. That's I disagree. That is not what happened there. That's just one driver trying to help another, to help himself, right? He wants to get that line moving.
And it was teammates. You see the cars involved in the crash, and a lot of those in yellow, playoff drivers. Tough Talladega for them.
The
the perfect day.
Yeah, to put down some Scotch turf build the
Oh,
winter
it's another
garden.
channel.
Perfect for giving it a load of boost this fall.
Think you mean perfect for repairing all the fun I had this summer?
No, it's perfect for strengthening roots to help protect it all winter. More like perfect for giving the grass a deeper green come spring.
Sounds like it's perfect for your neighbor.
Yeah, who's going to take this back?
Wait, what?
And borrow your spreader.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Enjoy it. Going back in the shed.
Download the My Lawn app today. Lawn care tips and customized plans.
Feed it, Lord. Feed it.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. Order online at Ace and we'll deliver same day. Or we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
That colonoscopy for getting screens while I'm delaying. I heard I had a choice. I know the name. That's what I'm saying. Cologuard? Cologuard.
Cologuard.
Screen for colon cancer.
At home, like you want.
You the man.
Actually, he's a bonus.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. But the money I saved, how'd I get a wax figure myself?
Oh! Right in the temporal lobe. Beat it, punks!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $50 on the MS250 gas-powered chainsaw. Real steel. Find yours.
This is the one who keeps it moving. He stocks the right
Alright,
parts.
so the yellow
and
flag
knows
is
just
back
where to
out.
find them. Because this
That was
is
about a 10-minute red flag.
Call, click, or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
I take caring for my kitty
Hi,
very
Tristan.
seriously. When I found a health monitoring kitty litter, I had to meet the creator.
Oh, hi, kitten.
Please call me Martha. This litter seriously stops odors and it changes colors.
Go to prettylitter.com.
You know what's crazy?
That you're gonna eat wings in the car again?
Wait, is that weird?
Well, the drumming.
Boom, 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 boom.
That poor car.
It was fine in the end.
Smiling first can help someone find the courage to do the same.
A lot on the line next Saturday. The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs roll on at the Charlotte Roval. 8 drivers will advance. 4 will see their championship dreams in. It's NASCAR Xfinity Series playoff racing from the Charlotte Roval. That's next Saturday. 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 p.m. Pacific, only on the CW. And they go to work on Allmendinger's car. This will be the 13th overtime finish this season. Are we going to see a record of overtime finishes? There's a lot of races
Probably,
still to go,
honestly.
because there's a lot of work happening on pit road. Look at all the damage to Allgaier in that 7.
Well, you see, you know, they're trying to get him back out, Steve, to, you know, there could be more cautions. We already have some guys that are in trouble, and if you can make even 2 laps, it could be a difference in picking up some points.
Marty, how about this 17?
Yeah, Jim Pullman used that red flag very wisely, Rick. He kind of called his whole team up to the top of the pit box where he had pictures of the damage, made a game plan, almost like an offensive coordinator walking his offense through on what they needed to do once they got back on the field. So when the red flag was lifted, they came down pit road immediately and started making repairs. Unfortunately, 3rd straight week for the 17 that they've had to go through repairs in the middle of the race. And right now, Justin Allgaier, the #1 seed coming into the playoffs, 1 point below the cut line. We'll see what happens in this overtime restart, Kim.
Yeah, and AJ Allmendinger leaving his
Justin Allgaier isn't going to win. I just hope Riley Herbst doesn't win.
Put a plan in place. Team president Chris Rice got on the radio. They did not want him to come down pit road while it was closed, but AJ said, guys, I know the pictures look like the
Now that I
tires
know
are
that
off,
Justin
but it
Allgaier is
feels
not going to
like
win. I don't want either of them to win, but now that I know Allgaier's not going to win, main goal is Riley doesn't win.
For this team. They were more confident coming into this race in the Roval next week. And remember, AJ has not lost an Xfinity Series race at the Roval. But crew chief Alex Young's telling me he felt like the entire field has picked up their game at road courses. You've got SVG in the field. So they actually felt like this was their better chance to win. AJ now with damage, Dave.
So, Kim, what about the 21 of Austin Hill? Yeah, it's banged up, but he was told by his crew chief, Andy Street, you know, there's a lot of chaos out there, and a lot of cars that are busted up, and they may not make it to the finish. And if we're playing our cards just right, we might be able to get this car, yes, this one, to a top 10 finish. And Austin agreed. We've seen it before. I think you might see it again today. A really beat-up car with a really good finish. I want to give you one more report from the medical center. The car that took the biggest hit on that last wreck, Brandon Jones, he was evaluated and released. Nascar representative told me he didn't want to speak with us because his voice was gone, had no voice. So, but he's okay. Brandon Jones in the 9 car, he is all right.
Good news. Parker Kligerman in the 48 also saw him take a pretty good hit as well. Let's listen into the 98 radio of Riley Herbst.
Just to put it in the back of your head, 70016 48 will have heavy damage. Think about the 21. Obviously, I know everyone wants to win too, so I know we're fighting hard for the win, but keep in the back of your mind.
I'm not sure that's helping or hurting the situation. I really don't. Those are the situations as a crew chief when, how much do I say? Do I want Riley Herbst focused purely in front to try to win the race on full offense? Do I feel my driver will make a split-second better decision on a block, knowing we have to get points? I really don't know. The car behind him, Sammy Smith, even running second right now is only 3 points above. So if I'm the crew chief of the 8, I'm not sure we're having a points conversation. I think this is the 8's race to win and advance. So I might have the opposite. I might tell him, hey, the 98's taking points. Let's not. Let's go ahead and be the aggressor here. Maybe try to change the whole script at the front of this race and see if we can get the 8 to be positive. DJ, I like to be the aggressor. I'm not sure if you're the leader. I don't think I can pull the trigger and start coaching you up on points.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at this point in time. I mean, you have an opportunity to move yourself right on through right here. And I think as far as Sammy Smith goes, yeah, he's had a good points day, or it's looking like with all the troubles that others have had, that he could be inside that top 8. But I wouldn't want to take that chance either. I'm going after the win. As we look at the rundown in this top 5 right here, I realize that 5 of the top 6 are all battling for the playoffs. But how about Leland Honeyman right there? He finished 4th here.
So yeah, I would have had to have gone live now if I was going to be live for the Royals-Yankees game, but I'm not going to be live for that game. I don't think I'm going to do the Padres-Dodgers game.
Possibly with the win. He might be the outlier here that
maybe
either pushes someone or gets the right push at the right time.
Nothing to lose.
Everything always has a possibility.
Other guys are in trouble. Sammy Smith, he's in a position where he can gain points. Chandler Smith, he's in great shape. Is he willing to make a gamble? Sheldon Creed, Jesse Love, are any of those guys willing to do the things that Leland Honeyman will? Because that guy's going to do whatever it takes to win this race. These other guys have a consequence if things don't go well.
Yeah, a 19-year-old youth, exuberance, excitement out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, there's also a drive for the guy who's driving this car right now, Sheldon Creed. He's in another position where he could win a race. He has not done it yet in the Xfinity Series, and he can see the front. He can see the checkered flag. It's a 2-lap shootout here to find out who's going to win. A playoff driver that wins, they advance to the next round automatically, but points are important. So that's the dilemma that we're in right now.
I'm a little surprised, too. Love, you see him right there. What's he? The 6th car in line. Look at the damage to the right front of this. He was kind of in this wreck, and with the damage to the right front, that exposed right front tire, I guess it's not going to rub. They probably took some pictures of it, and the crew determined they were okay. But I'm surprised he didn't come down pit road and to the service of his crew. But I think that shows you that the points are more available or more important.
Here's the choose. It'll be Herbst and Sammy Smith making up row 1.
Interesting move by Honeyman to stay on the inside and line up in the 3rd row.
Marty, what about Chandler Smith in that 81?
Well, it's been the exact day that they needed so far. Second most points earned for Chandler Smith, who sits in third right now. In fact, a moment ago, Jeff Mendring, his crew chief, came on the radio and said, listen, everything from here is house money. Right now, other than Riley Herbst, he is number 2, as you see right there, plus 68 above the cut line. If he leaves 56 points ahead of 8th in the playoff standings, he'll already lock into the round of 8, one race early, Kim.
What about playoff driver Sam Mayer in row 4? Currently, as it stands, plus 27 points. Here was the conversation on how the rest of the race is going to play out for them.
Do we still have to race here? We just have to close our eyes and pray, or what?
Yeah, I feel like we got to race here a little bit. We can't give up spots.
So as you heard right there, do we race or do we lay back? It sounds like crew chief Marty Lindley wants his driver to be as aggressive as possible.
We talk about, and that was a great conversation, we talk about the decisions that these drivers have to make based on the situations they're in for points, not points, etc. Let's remember, Riley Herbst is 25 years old. Sammy Smith, 20 years old. Chandler Smith, 22. Honeyman, 19. Creed is a senior veteran, 27 years old. So a lot of youth. And with youth, we typically in race car drivers don't get exactly the best decisions in the world. So let's see what happens here.
The way overtime works.
Fuck Riley Herbst. Let's go Sheldon. He's in 4th.
Gets to the white flag. The next flag will end the race. If he doesn't get to the white flag and a caution comes out, we'll try overtime again. Riley Herbst in the 98 on the inside. Sammy Smith
Alrighty.
on the outside.
Here we go.
Fans here at Talladega cheering them on.
Don't count out Ryan Sieg. The white car running in 6th place.
Outside. In row 3 there.
Come on, Sheldon.
And Leland Honeyman in the 42. Those two side by side as the top 4.
Come on, Sheldon.
And they really break.
Do something. This breakaway, I feel like, is good for Sheldon.
Because they were connected, but now as they've broken up,
I don't know.
they're going to come back to the pack with a pretty big hurry somewhere over here off turn 4.
Those 4 cars all in line. Here comes the pack.
Coming to the white flag.
That's going to help them a little bit. Sheldon Creed.
Here we go.
He wasn't content staying single file. Jumps to the outside.
Ryan Sieg.
Fuck Riley Herbst. Anyone but Riley.
White flag.
White flag.
Time around here at Talladega.
They to Sammy Smith committed to the bottom, and now here he'll be battling for the lead. A great move by the 8.
Anyone but Riley. Yeah, fuck Riley. Fuck Riley. But come on, Sheldon.
Push right in the middle of the corner.
Chandler Smith in the 81.
I doubt it will be Sheldon.
Can he get past the 8? No, he doesn't. Those two side by side down the backstretch.
Fuck Riley. Fuck Riley.
With a big shove. He's going to try it a bit by. He can't. Nowhere to go for the 27. He's up against the wall. 3 wide for 3rd. They still say side by side for the lead. Sammy Smith.
Is there anything Sheldon can do?
Smith on the outside.
I doubt it.
He gets behind the 8 for the push. Coming up on the tri-oval. Remember, the start-finish line is past the tri-oval.
And I think it's going to be Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith is going to win at Talladega. Oh, Sheldon spins. Sheldon spun after the checkered flag, but I think, yeah, he got 4th.
What he had to do to make the next round win. And he made it happen.
Ryan Sieg 2nd, Riley Herbst 3rd, Sheldon Creed 4th, and Chandler Smith 5th.
Sammy Smith, before this race, asked for a meeting with his car owner, Dale Jr., to review how these races are run, how the pushes work, the positions you have to be in. That extra effort might just be the difference. Why not? When you have an owner like Dale Jr., why wouldn't you lean on him for the experience? And here he is from the bottom of the playoffs to the top and advance with the win.
And that shakes things up. I mean, that puts... You think about the situation that is put.
So it was about a minute and 53-second green flag run to end the race.
Shakes things up in these playoffs.
Right now, unofficially, AJ Allmendinger 10 points below the line. Justin Allgaier 18 points below that cutoff with the Roval in front of us. There's AJ Allmendinger. Allmendinger.
Look, we knew weeks ago this race was going to change the playoff picture. We didn't just know for who positive and who negative. For Sammy Smith, though, let's see some celebration. Has to be such a great feeling.
His first win, we mentioned it earlier, came at Phoenix last year. And that's where the championship race will be determined.
And Rick, there's no question this has been a very frustrating year for this driver and this team. And to have your backs against the wall,
for a straight,
have to deliver, have to win a race, and then go make it happen. What can that do for this team? How can they use that momentum moving forward? Because this is a capable race car driver, and it's a capable team. This makes this team dangerous.
Junior Motorsports, 87th career win. He has destroyed the left rear. Sammy Smith climbs out of the number 8.
So Sammy Smith climbs out after his win at Talladega.
Jeff, you referenced the youth in this series. Sammy Smith, 20 years old, making all the right moves at the end of this one to find himself in victory lane at Talladega. Kim.
Very excited, Sammy Smith. It's been 56 starts since your last win, and you did it when it mattered most. You came in here 12th in the playoff standings. How did you get it done today?
Yeah, just a great team. My sponsors, everybody that stuck with us. It's been a really tough year, but thank you to TMC, Fine J, all Peterbilt Group, Brenda Group, Golden Harvest, a lot of them to thank, Chevy, JRM, all my guys, Philip, Tyler Monty did a really great job today helping me. Man, it's been a while and it's been a struggle, but I'm very happy to be here and looking forward to hopefully go getting better on these ovals and road courses.
You mentioned your spotter, Tyler Mond. What about your team owner, Dale Earnhardt Jr.? The booth talked about how you sat down with him to learn this style of racing. What kind of knowledge did he impart on you?
Yeah, we did. We sat down with him, I think it was Wednesday, and it wasn't a whole lot, just kind of some stuff he would do in those situations. But man, feels really good to win again.
Welcome to the round of 8.
Thank you.
Sammy Smith is a winner at Talladega in the Nascar Xfinity Series.
And Sammy Smith is headed to the Mobil 1 victory lane here at Talladega. Mobil 1 is the official motor oil of NASCAR. Let's take a look at the points.
We are now officially over into college football's time. We are now interrupting their broadcast.
To the next round of the playoffs.
Yeah, there's a list of drivers that want to do the same thing next week. You have SVG at the bottom and Allmendinger undefeated at the Roval. SVG so dominant at the road courses. Parker Kligerman always close at the road courses. There's going to be a lot on the line and a lot of great drivers to keep an eye on.
Yeah, back to Sammy Smith, I talked about the momentum. Remember, Philip Bell, the crew chief, this is only their 5th race together. They made that change late in the year before these playoffs started. So now a new driver crew chief combination winning their 5th race. That could be a game changer. They could be a championship contender.
One race remaining in this round of the playoffs as Sammy Smith will make his way back to the Mobil 1 victory lane. Let's go down to pit road and Marty and DJ.
I don't know why I was on pit road, Rick. I should have been up here with DJ because the view here of the start-finish line is unbelievable.
Alrighty, y'all.
So walk me through what you saw
So,
in the final lap. Just unbelievable moves by Sammy
today
Smith.
was fun. It was a fun race.
The deal with Sammy
It was supposed to be 94 laps. Went to 98
the
laps.
last 40 or 50 laps of
Shorter than most Xfinity races at Talladega, because I think most of them have been 300, but this was 250. But yeah, I enjoyed the race today. I genuinely enjoyed it. I thought it was better than a lot of the single file races we've seen today. They were racing very hard. Very happy Riley Herbst or Justin Allgaier didn't win. Wish Sheldon had won, but he didn't, so that's okay, I guess. But yeah. I'm gonna end this shit right here, y'all. I want to thank you bitches and hoes and cunts and dicks and sluts and buttercups and dillweeds and yum-yums for watching. Oh. And peace out.
From Joe Gibbs Racing to Junior Motorsports, but you've been in this situation.